What is up, everyone? Welcome to the WAN Show. We've got a great show lined up for you guys today. Well, we're going to make it great. We've got a few topics. First of all, begun the chatbot wars have. Yeah. Oh, whoa, this is hilarious. Okay, so from the WAN Show writer, I have logged into Bing on your computers. Feel free to access it and ask a few discussion questions / make a few searches. And what's great is that if it's good, I win $1,000 from popular streamer XQC.
If it's good.
Yeah, whose collab I will be talking about a little bit on the show. That's one of our topics for today. What else we got today?
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. I took the only interesting one.
Samsung says, shut up about our garbage-filled phones. Don't talk about it. Okay? And we have one, because we're going to look into it. Also, LTT merch spotted in the wild. That topic is actually hilarious. I don't want to spoil it, though. Should I spoil it a little bit?
You should spoil it, yeah.
So apparently, someone went home with somebody in order to do the business, and that person that they went home with happened to be wearing Linus Tech Tips underwear, and they posted on, I don't know what this is.
Reddit?
Is it Reddit?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
You know what? We'll get into it more later.
Facebook or something?
But
and they said,
for now,
help.
For now, here's the thing. Well, I want you guys thinking about it, okay? You take someone home.
What would you do?
They're wearing LTT underwear. What would you do?
Yeah.
Show is brought to you today by Thorum, The Ridge, and Squarespace.
I want to make a slight edit to that question because I think asking our audience what they would do if they went home with someone that happened to be wearing
No, that's
LTT.
what I want to know.
Okay.
That's what I want to know. I just want nothing but positivity. It's been a long week, Luke.
Fair enough.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah, screw it. I'm not going to put in my question.
I had 3 days this week where I didn't go to work, but they were the hardest that I've worked in the last 6 months because I took 3 kids to Disneyland and fixed XQC's computer on a 3-day total round trip turnaround, okay? It was very challenging. Many steps were walked, okay? And the computer was fixed. Why don't we jump right into our first topic? What the devil's the headline topic? I forget what the title of the stream is even.
Sponsor.
Sponsor?
Sponsor bailed.
Our sponsor bailed?
Yeah, isn't that the headline?
Our sponsor bailed? Oh, that's right. One of our biggest sponsors for the last 2 years bailed on their biggest project.
It was his idea for the title.
No, I forgot. Between telling you that and us talking now,
you did film 2 videos.
Other videos. I'm sorry, I'm trying,
right,
okay?
Fair enough.
Okay. Intel Extreme Tech Upgrade is over.
It's done.
Finito.
Yeah.
Kaput.
Yeah.
Dunzo.
Yep.
You're never getting one.
Never.
I mean, I don't think you were eligible anyway as top management, but
Well, Ed got one.
Ed got one. Yeah, how the hell did Ed get one?
Yeah. So I think I technically
Well, that's not
was.
fair then.
Yeah.
So maybe you're ineligible because you work for a different company. I don't know. I'll find some way to make you.
maybe.
You get computers anyway. You don't need one.
I actually don't care.
Yeah,
It's
forget
fine.
it. Forget it. The point is, Intel Extreme Tech Upgrade is over. We did 24 episodes, which hilariously, at the time that we booked Intel Extreme Tech Upgrade 2 years ago, I was like, yeah, we're totally going to make our way through everyone in the company. But the rate at which our employee count has grown,
been hiring more people than you've been spitting out.
Outpaced how fast we can make these videos. They're a ton of work, right? Because you got to do all the procurement. Everyone's kind of, this is their chance to talk to you guys, right? So everyone's looking for not a gimmick,
something that expresses who they are,
but a unique element, right?
Yeah.
And so in the early ones, it was pretty simple. I'm going to be a game streamer, gaming. Right, and now it's gotten a little bit more complicated. It's like,
mix it up. You got to make it a little bit more interesting.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
But now it's done. It's done. What is this? Guess how many views? Oh, we did 24 episodes of them. Guess how many views across all episodes? You can't look before reading this. Guess, then scroll to the readout super chats end of show section. Colton. Now, I know Intel Extreme Tech Upgrade was a massive performer for us.
Yeah.
It was honestly probably the best idea that I have ever had in the entire history of this company.
I think outside of potentially Scrapyard Wars, I think I've seen people call it out as an individual piece of content that we do more than anything.
It's what I call a win-win-win-win.
Yeah.
Absolutely everybody wins.
Yeah.
The sponsor wins because particularly at the time they booked it, Intel didn't have a lot good to talk about. There wasn't a lot of positive sentiment.
And with my like calling out the name of the reason why I brought that up is actually because they would always say Intel Extreme Rig Update. They wouldn't just say like Rig Update or Extreme Rig Update. Intel was at the beginning of the call out every single time.
Do you know when I named the series? When I was standing on the stairs to Anthony's place for the first episode. It had a completely different name. And I was like, no, it's stupid.
Just brand it.
We're going to call it Extreme Tech Upgrade because it's like XTU, which is their overclocking software. And I was like, he, that'll be funny. Okay, let's go with that. And if they don't like it, then
there's always got to be.
We'll dub something
Linus
over.
is always with his little acronyms. They always mean something. There's always something.
The
there.
fastest possible doesn't mean anything.
No, right.
Over on TechWiki.
Forgot about that one.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
No.
Anywho, so we came up with Extreme Tech Upgrade, and it's a win-win-win-win. Okay, so the who was it first? So the sponsor wins because it's just all good vibes. There's nothing but good vibes. It's your tech in good vibes. How can you go wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, we win because we get sponsored. It's sponsored content, which you guys probably understand pays way better than normal content.
Oh yeah.
Right, but then here's the thing. If you can find sponsored content that the audience loves, the audience wins because they get a chance in content that otherwise wouldn't exist, right? To get to know all the different members of the team and see all these different approaches. I mean, it has been just wild. How many messages I get with people talking about how like inspiring Extreme Tech Upgrade was for people's setups, right? It's so cool.
That makes sense.
And I learned this kind of by accident, but the amount you learn about someone from how they would spend $5,000 is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, okay, seriously, I would strongly recommend this. If you happen to just be like a casual, high net worth individual, okay, first date, just give them $5,000 to spend and watch them. Okay? I bet you'll know if you want to spend the rest of your life with them. There you go.
No comment
Dating
on
tips.
that. No comment on that at all.
Yeah, that wouldn't be weird, right?
Wow.
And then the fourth win.
You're really setting yourself up for some really interesting expectations. First of all, if you can afford that at all, but you're also communicating that you can easily afford this. So I hope you're like...
And the fourth win is the staff.
Oh.
It's like sponsored content that also turns into people having sick setups at home.
Yeah, Linus found a way to flex some Mr. Beastie stuff, but he doesn't even have to pay for it.
It's the best. It's the best deal I have ever negotiated.
It's pretty sick.
Ever.
They're also genuinely really fun to watch.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. That's the win for the audience. They're great.
Jake's entire video.
I've watched Dennis's twice.
Yeah,
it's just hilarious.
Like I think I've seen most of them at this point, and pretty much every single one that I have clicked on, I've watched the whole way through. Because it's actually like consistently pretty interesting because you'll find whatever, you'll roast them for taking whatever from The Office, that's another thing. What they steal from The Office is almost
that tells you a lot about people too.
Yeah. The whole thing is just like, I don't know.
Do they go for stuff they think I won't notice? Do they just go for the obvious stuff? Do they just go straight for the high value? I don't know.
How long has it been there?
How long have they had it? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
But guess what? Linus Media Group Incorporated happens to be a production juggernaut. And as such, we were not going to simply allow a great thing like Intel Extreme Tech Upgrade to die simply because Intel... I mean, you know what? The reality of it is we love working with Intel. We've been working with them as long as we've existed almost. Do you remember the first time we worked with Intel? It was like 3 months in.
Yeah. Was it one of those like commercial things that we did?
Yep. It was like promoting like a snowboard promo that they were doing with like 4770K or something like that, or 6700K or Must have been 47. I don't know. It was a long time ago.
Definitely not 67.
Yeah, it must have been 4770K. You got like a free snowboard or something. Might have even been Ivy Bridge. Holy crap. Might have been 3,000.
A long time ago.
Anyway, the point is that we did like these little in-video like pre-roll things. Massive shout out to Mike, you know who you are, who got that whole thing kickstarted on Intel's side because they had zero awareness at that time. Like influencer, YouTube, what? Like nothing. They would go and they would blow 6-7 figures on all kinds of wild stuff that, as far as I could tell, had essentially zero impact. And then, you know, when I wanted like $500, they'd be like, sorry, who are you? I'm like, I don't know, only like one of the biggest tech YouTubers, which I guess doesn't matter right now, but could someday, I believed, Luke. Actually, I didn't really believe much at that point. I was just trying.
We believed a little bit.
There was
a little bit of belief.
We wanted to believe it.
There was hope.
That was pretty much all we had to go on.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've been working with Intel almost as long as we've existed. And, you know, like any relationship that lasts for 10 years, things ebb and they flow. And you know how things go. And we're still going to be working with them. But, you know, whether it was changing priorities over there, whether they dropped the ball, well, no, we didn't drop the ball. We followed up. We gave them time. But whatever happened over there, they couldn't make it happen. And if you had to guess, what company would find it pretty hilarious to kick Intel while they're down and scoop Extreme Tech Upgrade out from under them, who would it be?
ARM. Kidding. Other three
you've
letter.
got one letter right. Actually, you've got two letters right.
Yeah. AMD. Let's go. I think, the whole chat already guessed. Yeah.
AMD is coming. It's not going to be called the same thing because that wouldn't be as funny.
Also,
but
Extreme's like part of their branding and like.
Yeah. So it's going to be called AMD Ultimate Tech Upgrade Auto. I had nothing to do with the naming this time. I take no responsibility for that. The first episode will be with Adam? Oh, really? Okay. The first episode is going to be with Adam from the writing team. And then my understanding is that there's going to be a very special second episode that is going to have none other than Yvonne as the subject. Now, because she is my wife,
how are you going to tell me I can't get one?
I'm not privy.
And Yvonne gets one.
So I can explain this. This was a business decision. This was a strategic decision made not by me.
Okay.
This was actually made by the business team because they really want to put a strong foot forward with these first couple and then lock down a longer term deal here. Because full disclosure, guys, when you renegotiate a content deal, you never do it at the old price. Yeah. So it's not cheaper. I can tell you guys that much. Look, okay, I got a lab to build. Okay? And I think that...
people are asking, is it the same budget?
I actually don't know the details.
Someone suggested a budget of $6,900. Which is pretty good.
Okay, done. $6,900 Canadian.
Brilliant.
$6,900 Canadian. Done.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually getting a discount.
Was it USD before?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
5,000 US.
Brutal. Oh, man.
Yeah, so it's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it. I have no idea what's coming, which is half the fun for me. In the early ones, I was actually quite involved. I mean, not people like Anthony. Like he didn't need me to help him, right? But a lot of the early ones, I was quite involved ahead of time in sort of part selection and stuff like that. And then over time, procurement started to help. The rest of the writing team started to do a lot more of it. I think I was only really involved in the first couple. And now I kind of just walk in. I'm like,
what's going on here?
Yeah, what's shake-a-lakin'?
Let's zap strap some speakers to this random stand I found for you.
Okay, that worked. That worked.
No, I wasn't actually flaming it.
You need to be there, by the way, when we finally do the episode reacting to Linus's old setups.
Oh, yeah.
Have I shown you any of them? Like, have you ever...
I've seen a bunch of them.
Have you? Like, well, no, I mean, from before you knew me.
12 years.
Yeah, but I did most of my janky stuff before you met me.
Okay, but I've seen the I'm trying to go from memory, the green water cooling one that had the purple coil around it.
Okay, yeah.
I've seen that one. I've seen the chiller.
Okay.
I definitely haven't seen all of them, but I've seen some of them, is what I'm trying to say. You've shown me some pictures.
I've done some weird stuff. I'm trying to find something now. But
did you know that at one point in time, I had transferred my components over to a new case, and the power button on the case didn't work. So my motherboard at the time had a power button on the motherboard. So I rigged up an elastic band and pencil setup so that the side panel of the case, I got a hole in it, and I had the pencil mounted in the hole, and the elastic bands would hold it in place, and you just press the eraser on the pencil, and the pencil would go through and press the power button on the motherboard, and that would be how you turn the computer on. It was sick.
Okay. I will see your eraser rubber band and raise you one surround speaker stand.
That's amazing.
Yes, that is a wheel.
Is that a brush wheel?
That is a wheel at the bottom.
Oh, that's just a wheel.
It's a wheel.
Beautiful.
Yeah, the base is a wheel. That was the inspiration for Jake's surround speaker mount. Was my setup from when I was about 15.
That's amazing.
So I'm gonna dig through all my old pictures. I'm gonna pull out all the weird janky stuff that I've done over the years, and we're gonna do I mean, obviously I can't react to it. This all seems perfectly reasonable to me, but I feel like you guys are probably gonna have some
we'll
stuff
see.
to say about it.
I do feel like I should be involved with that, but I feel like I'm gonna agree with your decisions more. Because you remember, I mounted a water pump on a cut off piece of the old mud flap of my old car. Do you remember that? Right now, there's a graphics card laying flat on top of my computer with a PCI riser cable coming out of the main component or main area of my computer, going out all the way up, connecting into the graphics card with a second power supply, not in the computer, on the outside of the computer, running power cables up the back of the computer into the graphics card so that everything works, because otherwise it wouldn't have fit. I enjoy the jank.
Okay, that's fair.
I did not adopt the jank. I was born in the jank.
That's another really funny one to me. The amount of flack that I take, people accusing me of being a fan of this or a fan of that, particularly accusing me of being extremely anti-AMD. I hate AMD for some reason.
We both started with AMD systems.
This was my desktop wallpaper for, I kid you not, years. I literally repped AMD on my desktop wallpaper. This is super sick wallpaper. I forget where I got it, but apparently I still have it somewhere. For actual years. So when I say AMD's product is bad, it's just because it's bad. It's not. Fortunately, they're not bad these days. So AMD Ultimate Tech Upgrade is going to be a ton of fun. We're going to build some sick gaming rigs. And maybe some other things. So there it is, guys. Oh, right.
My computer's all red right now. It's all AMD.
Yeah, mine too.
Yep.
Actually, yeah. I mean, I've been Threadripper for a while, but you were Intel before.
I was.
Yep.
But
not now.
I mean, for what I'm assuming is a year and a half now.
Yeah.
I've been AMD processor.
It's fine.
It's been great.
It's been great.
Yep.
I mean, I do have some problems with sleep states, but realistically that can happen on Team Blue as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna make too much fuss about that. But because I had to clear my CMOS for just as a troubleshooting step for the AMD 30-day challenge, I bunged up my NVMe RAID settings, so that was really scary. Ooh. And B, I ended up losing that setting that I had to change to make it so that my system doesn't just randomly crash all the time. So there's there's an S3 sleep bug or something like that. I have to disable all power saving states, otherwise my computer, not when it's working, when it's idle, will just crash. Just randomly crash, hard lock, full lock. It's very annoying. It's a Threadripper bug, and AMD has completely abandoned enthusiast Threadripper, even though they said they definitely wouldn't. Goes to show you. I have no problem calling out sponsors, even new ones who just signed a big deal with us. Okay, so try to guess.
Guys.
Intel Extreme Tech Upgrade is over. 24 episodes, total views.
Yeah, so, man, I have not paid attention to views on these, so I'm coming in extremely uneducated, but I'm going to throw my guess. I feel like this might be high. I'm going to throw my guess at 50, though, because Because I feel like some performed like really, really well.
Dennis's has like 6 million or something
Yeah,
like that.
some of them just like smashed it out of the park, but I have to assume some of the other ones didn't do as well.
I'm going to say 70.
Damn.
Because almost across the board, they have at least 2 million views.
Oh, they're just killing it.
So that's
Okay.
48.
Yeah, I haven't even looked.
And
so.
then there's a handful. Like I think Riley's has 4 or 5 million. Anthony's has at least 3.
Riley's was good.
Riley's was great.
Anthony's was good.
They're
So
all
many
great.
of these were so good. Yeah, I'm just remembering them because it's been a long time.
It's
right?
been 2 years.
Yeah, so like, I can't remember them all off the top of my head, but
Literally, I think the biggest W that I have ever W'd.
Yeah.
And this is one that I know for sure was actually my idea.
I was genuinely stunned to the point where I thought I was being trolled when I was first informed that they were not renewing. And yeah, I don't know.
Oh, wow. I haven't looked at views for these in a while. I think we're both going to be way short. Sarah's is 4.7 million. Dennis's is at 9.
9 million.
David's is at 6.
His was great. I actually don't think I've watched one that I didn't think was just fantastic. So like, I don't know.
Yeah, Plouf's is 2.4. Alex's is 5.7. Brandon's at 3. Chase's did 4.2. It's a great thumbnail though. This is a fantastic thumbnail. Look at his computer. Freaking guy. Love it. Andy, I broke his bed. I mean, that's the thing is like, that's why reality TV works, right? Like you can't.
Stuff happens.
You can't write.
Life happens, man.
Yeah, you can't write wilder stuff than just what happens when you try and complete a project together. And especially when people have me do really weird stuff like paint their basement. Right? Like, but that happened in Andy's.
Yeah.
All
How
right.
far are we off by like?
I'm gonna
we're
check.
off by a lot.
I think we're off by a lot.
Is it like
88 million? So I was off
were
by
actually-
like 20%.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you were off by more, so I
Yeah.
guess I can give myself a little pat on the back for that. But
There you
like,
go.
realistically, I look at analytics infinity% more than you do these days. So the fact that I wasn't closer than you were means I might not be doing the greatest job at that.
But yeah, they've clearly been killing it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to do more. The good news is that if the first couple perform well, and hopefully AMD's not watching this to know that we kind of stack the deck a little bit, because they will, then we should be signing a long-term deal, and we should be able to keep these things rolling, because there's so many people that you guys, A, haven't gotten to know very well, or B, haven't even met yet. There's people who work here that I haven't met yet.
That's a weird feeling, eh?
It's super weird. I have no idea how to deal with it. Like there's people who work here whose only interaction with me on a weekly basis is to watch the WAN show.
So I was actually just going to bring this up. I've been work from home for a long time. So this has been happening to me for a while.
Right?
And I'll walk into the office and walk past groups of people that I've just like never seen before. And I'm like, oh.
There was a
All
stretch
right.
there after the summer where I think every Monday morning meeting we were announcing a new hire,
New person. Yeah.
like new people. And you aren't even in those meetings.
No.
We're going to have name tags. Like seriously,
let's
we're
not
going to
do
need
that.
uniforms. Everyone wears the tracksuit.
No, okay, I'm on board now.
And name tags. Yeah, Dan's giving us the thumbs up. Heck yeah, we're all gonna wear the tracksuit. Okay, you guys have got to be wondering about this. Normally, we wait a little bit deeper in the show to kind of talk about what's going on LTTStore, but I can't contain it. Yes, we did it. We made a tracksuit. Why did we make a tracksuit? For the only reason anyone makes a tracksuit, because we can. I have no idea how many tracksuits we're going to sell. This was not one of those projects that's like, well, we can calculate the total bill of materials cost and the minimum order quantity and profit margins, and I think we could figure out if we could make... No, none of that happened. We were like, oh my God, we should do a tracksuit. And then we did. Okay, it's poly cotton blend. We've got here. Hold on a second. I gotta model it for you guys. Okay, we've got the LTT logo on the thigh. Okay, we got the nice deep pockets, zipper pockets. Okay, you don't want your stuff falling
Zipper
out.
pockets are a win.
Gotta love the zipper pockets. YKK as always.
Beautiful.
2 more zipper pockets on the back. Zippers right there. Okay, got the accents. Got the accents on the back. Okay, got the zipper pockets. Zipper pockets on the sides here. All right. YKK zipper. Okay. Got Got the quality. Okay, got the quality.
You got your chest pocket too?
Oh yeah, I forgot about the chest pocket. And the chest pocket has a sub pocket that's for like AirPods or wireless headphones or whatever else. So you got them right there.
That's actually kind of neat.
Also fits a condom. Not that I'm saying this tracksuit will get you laid.
You will need one if you buy
Not that I'm saying that. No, we can't say that. We can't say that.
Oh.
But they know. They know.
Yeah.
We were just honestly, that is really what happened. We were like, we should do a tracksuit. And then we did. They were almost tearaways. Like for how off the hook this merch meeting was, okay?
I think it's probably good they weren't tearaways.
Completely unhinged.
Did you ever have a pair of tearaways?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who didn't? I was a 90s kid.
Did you actually like think they were good?
No. No one thought they were good.
Yeah, okay.
They were just cool.
Yeah.
You just had to have them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no one thought they were
so
practical.
stupid.
They were stupid. They took forever to put back together.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It's just
No,
horrid.
everybody knew. Everybody knew.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but like they're sick. They're tearaways.
It's true.
So every once in a while, party trick, boom, pants off. It's great.
Can we do track
Love
pants that don't have the elastic? I like the elastic on the ankles.
Oh,
For these types of pants?
yeah. I think when we do our joggers and stuff, you guys are gonna see they're gonna have elastics down the bottom.
For those types of pants, I think it makes sense. I don't like it generally either, but like, yeah, for like running wear and stuff, I think you want them.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you don't, they just fly all over the place too much.
By the way, probably the best thing to come out of the tracksuit is the photo
Just
shoot
the photos in general.
for the tracksuit.
Yeah.
Oh,
These are actually amazing.
These are amazing. So, massive shout out to Tanner from the writing team for being the one who brought in most of our props to kind of complete the ensemble here. But man, we had a lot of fun.
That's got some what year was that even? Like 2010 Duke Nukem energy?
I don't know, man, but these are amazing.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Colton Money Potter right here. Oh man,
Awesome.
this is great. Yeah, again, shout out Tanner. Tanner absolutely deserves a lot of the credit for this. Okay, got the elastics. Yeah. Anyway, so you guys can get yours
Pretty
at LTTStore.com. I'm going to be completely transparent with y'all. We did not order a ton of these. I think we went pretty much minimum order quantity because we're going into this going...
Not expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always down to be surprised, right? But who knows? We could move 1,000 today. We could move 0 today.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna re-up a question from Jonathan here. What do you know? I should have asked Nick about this earlier. We had a meeting earlier this week. Do you know what the status on the tall shirts is? Because you know that one random show where I had to. Oh right, no, it was when I couldn't talk. The Jay and Silent Bob show, and I had to be given a random shirt because the colors clashed really badly. I was given a shirt that wasn't one of ours.
Yeah.
It's a few different companies on the front. I don't know what it was for.
Sorry, I don't remember.
But whatever. But it was in tall format.
Yeah.
And I'm not making any comments about the quality or anything like that, but the fitment of the length, that's the best fitting shirt I have ever had in my life. Not even remotely close. And there's this thing, and people comment on it all the time, where I constantly do this because I'm constantly pulling my shirts down because I'm not crazy tall, but I'm fairly tall, but all of my height is in my torso.
Yep.
So shirts they have never fit me properly. The bottom of the shirt is like on my waistline.
Lanky boys coming. Husky boys coming.
Very excited about this.
I know that they've taken longer than we wanted them to.
I didn't even know. I knew we were planning on making a tall shirt. I didn't know it was like a thing.
Oh yeah.
Until I wore that shirt. And
totally.
I was like, oh.
Oh, 100%.
I thought I had just been wearing like.
And our intention, unlike a lot of custom fits or whatever, is that our lanky and our It's either going to be chonky or thick boy or something like that. Whatever we end up calling the fits.
I like thick boy, but it might be dated.
They're gonna, yeah, it could be. But whatever we end up calling them, the pricing will be exactly the same as our normal ones.
Awesome.
We want to make sure that like pricing is just as inclusive as the fits that we offer. It's just taken a lot longer than we'd like. We've had so many projects on the go. You guys are only seeing the tip of the iceberg for what's coming in the next like 3 to 6 months. But my understanding is that is absolutely a top priority for Bridget in the next little while here.
Awesome. Very cool. It made me excited because I knew we were planning on releasing those, and that's the first time I'd ever worn a shirt that was made for I don't know, taller torsoed people. I don't know. And I was just like, wow, I don't have to pull it down every minute. This is amazing.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
It's absolutely something that we're aware of. It basically showed up on my radar when we did that long sleeve circuit board design shirt that I almost killed because I was like, these sleeves are ridiculously long. And we sold it saying, hey, look, the sleeves are super long. And basically every lanky boy in our audience bought it and was like, this is the best shirt I've ever owned.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can do that. We it's taken way longer than I would have liked, but
Stuff's hard.
if you want to do things properly,
Yeah.
it's really tough.
Yeah.
It's
I totally get it. I just it's more like, it's not like, where are they? It's more like, oh, my excitement is redoubled, basically. Yeah.
And it's especially exciting based on just like how well received our blanks are. Mm-hmm. Like the reviews are all like this. It's like, this is great. This is great. This is great.
Yeah.
This is great. The blank shirts are doing really well. I just, exciting announcement. Our t-shirt printer has apparently found a small space to start to set up in. So hopefully we'll start to get some shirts printed, which would be really great.
Good.
I wasn't given any kind of update at any point. So I guess this has been in progress for a while, and I'm really excited to start spending some money with our t-shirt printer again. Let's go. I got the money. I got the money right here. I got the shirts right here. You take money in shirts. You send me back shirts with pretty things on them, and then it's going to be good. Everyone's going to win. That's what I like. I like multi-wins.
Yeah.
Everyone wins.
Yeah.
Lots of wins. Nobody needs to lose, you know?
Yeah.
Why does it have to be like that?
We're all going to make it, bros.
Yeah, right? You know? Why does it have to be like that? All right.
Anybody get that reference? Maybe. I don't know.
No, I didn't get it.
It's fine.
Okay. Sorry. What do you want to talk about next?
I knew you wouldn't. Today. I was asking the audience, to be fair.
Ouch. Okay.
Well, it's a bit of a niche reference.
Sick burn. Wow. Okay, this might surprise you. But the track jacket and the track joggers are selling at a near 1-to-1 ratio.
That doesn't surprise me.
I know.
Oh. I was actually surprised when they were separate items on the store.
Well, it's sizing.
This makes sense.
If people have a tall torso and short legs or vice versa.
I literally just made the comment. Yeah, it makes sense. All right.
This may never have occurred to you, Luke, but not everybody has exactly the same proportions.
Got him. Okay. Yeah. Chatbot wars?
Sure. Yeah, let's talk about it.
There's a chatbot thing that I'm going to go against, but we can talk about that later. Let's talk about the general chatbot wars. This I have not been as in on because apparently I'm not a cool kid and have not been invited to Bing search, but I guess the company has, so we'll be able to mess with it on the show, which is cool.
100%.
But there's been a lot going on. We talked about ChatGPT and its various antics quite a bit there, and then we kind of let it die down for a little bit, and now it's back. Things are boiling. Microsoft has released a demo of its new ChatGPT 3.5 Plus, is what I'm going to call it, enabled version of Bing search, as well as a wait list to receive access to the full version. The wait list is hilarious, but I think we're going to get into that in a moment. Part of the demo showed a typical page of search results, but with AI context notes on one side. Can you do a search with the context notes?
Okay.
While another mode allows the user to talk to the Bing chatbot directly. What I find kind of interesting about this, and maybe we'll show this in a moment, but the AI context notes on the side, if you didn't know they were there, in my opinion, are not very noticeable. So this is this chat or is this search?
I don't know.
Okay, just give it a
Just
shot.
ask me anything. Okay, why is Hogwarts Legacy so controversial? Well, what? You guys don't want to be canceled? You don't want to be canceled?
I
thought this is America.
Sometimes with the topics we cover on the show,
I thought this
you would
was
think
America.
it is. Okay, all right. Let's jump back. Okay, so yeah, this is not a view that I have actually personally seen. So this is probably because this account is in, and mine at home is not in. I have not received an invite.
Okay, so Hogwarts Legacy is so controversial because it is the first time many people have been asked to prove they support trans people, and they have been found wanting. To be clear, I think that the syntax here is a little confusing.
That's a web result, I'm pretty sure.
The first time many people. So it's not the first time anyone has been asked to prove it, but it's the first time for many people, I guess, is one way of...
I think that's just a web result, though.
Yeah, this is... Okay, chat. Here we go.
Wait. Okay, go back. Don't go to chat. Go back.
Okay.
Can you full screen it or something? Something's wrong here. What's the see more thing?
See more? See more butts?
See more butts? It's gone
Welcome
now.
to new Bing. Well, I don't know. I want to do this one. Yeah, so it's definitely this.
No, it's not.
What do you
this is my
keep doing?
point. So the thing we're trying to describe.
Yeah.
Let me read it out again. Part of the demo showed is a typical page of search results, but with AI context notes on one side. So normally if you scroll up, you see that thing where it says trending on Bing. Above there's a box where it has the AI output.
Well, let me do this.
All right. Well, we're not going to see it. That's fine.
You know what? Can you just chill?
Maybe
Can
I'm
you just
wrong,
relax?
And then I'm just going to look like a douche.
Okay.
Wait, what changed?
Well, I'm not signed in anymore.
Oh, well, that's not good.
So what's happening?
We can't read that.
Dan, you're holding up a Post-it note from like 15 feet. You wrote it. That's not even the side you wrote on.
Well, you can walk it over.
I can tell from here. There's no pen on that side of the paper. I could tell it was on there. I just can't read it. What's that? Oh, is that a password?
That's the password to the account for Bing.
Well, I don't know the username.
You know.
No, I don't know the username. How would I know what username it is?
Is it the same as the email that's on here?
Yes.
Okay. He can figure that out.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can figure that out.
Yeah, you just go to Gmail.
Why don't you go to Gmail?
I could.
Well,
do you want to give me that?
Why don't you both go to Gmail?
I will.
Chrome.
It's on Chrome. Well, I prefer stainless steel. Okay, I got this. So it's an @gmail.com account? That doesn't make any sense.
That's not the account.
That makes sense.
Okay, then it's not the account.
Click on Linus in the top right.
Click on Linus. Oh, it's that one. Well, why would...
Password on the Post-it.
How the devil am I supposed to know it's that account? Also, if I'm signed in, if I can click the Linus in the top...
Once you use Microsoft Edge.
Oh, well, why would I want to use Edge?
Okay, so I'm going to use that as an offboarding so that while you do that, I can keep talking about other things. I'm going to skip a bunch. I don't know if it's somewhere here in the notes. I'm going to try to find it. I'm sure it's somewhere here in the notes, but if it's not, I'll just talk off the top of my head. The wait list is hilarious because not only do you just sign up for the wait list, but they're like, hey, you want to skip the line? Kind of. We'll push you up in the line. We're not actually going to put you all the way through. We'll maybe put you through. Well, you have to set your computer to Microsoft defaults for everything, as far as I know.
Oh, what?
And I think you have to do something else. Let me see if it's in the notes. I didn't see it immediately. I think it is, though. I'm just not seeing it.
Oh, my God. Ridiculous.
Control F, wait.
It's going to take me like 4 hours to type in now because I'm going to make mistakes because I'm trying to talk while I... Are you able to talk while you type?
Notes.
Or type while you talk?
Sometimes, yes. Sometimes, no. I think if I'm even like slightly off, if I'm like a little bit tired or something, it's just gone like immediately.
All right, here we go. Linus laptop. Ask anything. Oh my God. Join the wait list? I thought I'm supposed to have it.
I thought you were too.
Are you sure it's this account, Dan?
Yes.
I don't think this was actually set up by Dan.
It was not, but this is the account, and this is the same account that you were logged into on Chrome. So
That doesn't make any sense, though.
Oh, yeah. So someone in Floatplane chat just bailed me out. The other thing is you have to install the Bing app on your phone.
What, on your phone?
Yeah, so you have to set your computer to Microsoft defaults, and then they have a QR code thing that you scan with your phone, and you have to install the Bing app on your phone. So you have to do both.
there's a chat button underneath.
Which is amazing.
Okay,
That's
well, hold
such
on.
like-
It's working. It's working.
Oh man.
Welcome to the new Bing.
Okay, yeah. So
Okay.
I haven't used this.
Here we
personally.
go. It's working. Okay, Hogwarts Legacy is a video game set
Our
in the
camera is covering
I'm
this.
moving it.
Okay.
video game set in the Harry Potter universe, but it has been facing controversy due to the transphobic statements made by author J.K. Rowling and the alleged anti-Semitism in the game's story.
Oh.
Some people are boycotting the game to show their support for the trans community and to protest against Rowling's views. I mean, that's a good summary.
Seems like a good summary.
Yeah, based on everything I've seen so far, that seems like a pretty solid summary of what people are talking about. This
So
is
one of-
interesting. It prompts me with extra questions.
And one of the crazy. So okay, that's interesting. I didn't know about that. One of the craziest things about this, in my opinion,
Yeah.
is this one can search the web,
Right.
and you can even tell it to search the
Whoa,
web.
okay, this is cool. They really want you using chat. A 2-finger swipe gets you from search to chat.
To chat. Good.
Yeah,
Okay, do a normal search.
I did. And it gave me a chat result.
Can you try to do it again? Like do something different, maybe?
What, you don't want to talk about this?
No.
Are you sure?
Okay. Yeah. One, no, I don't. Two, I want to show the sidebar thing that I was talking about earlier.
Okay, all right, okay.
Because I've gotten it on my home computer, so I know it exists. What a jerk.
What happened to Luke Lafreniere?
Oh, did it automatically bring you up?
Yeah.
It dropped chat
Yeah.
down. Whoa. Okay, swipe out of this for a
Luke
second.
Lafreniere is a former
Okay.
employee of Linus Media Group, a company that
Accurate.
produces tech-related videos on YouTube. He left LMG in 2018 to
So
become the
gross.
COO of Floatplane, a video streaming platform that is partly owned by LMG. He still appears on The WAN Show, a weekly podcast hosted by
Yes.
Linus Sebastian, the founder of LMG.
Not me, though.
He also has a Twitter and... Got him. He also has a Twitter and an Instagram account where he posts about his personal
I
life.
think the least accurate part is that last line.
Well, yeah, but...
I
Okay,
think the
okay.
last time I posted on Instagram was like 3 years ago.
But without being, like, nitpicky,
It's good.
it's
It's very good.
really good.
It's honestly probably better than you would get from finding a Google search. on
And
it.
the context. It understood the context. What happened to him? It's not like he got a haircut.
Yeah.
It's what people want to know. Yeah,
Yeah.
what happened to that guy? Why isn't he on that
He used to
channel
host
anymore?
a bunch. Now he's like almost never there.
That is wildly good.
And
Okay,
if I asked, I'm pretty sure if I asked ChatGPT, it will not give you that answer. Because it'll say like, because
Yeah.
it doesn't search the internet. But this one does. So this is not just ChatGPT into Bing. I
No.
think that's one of the things that most people are missing. It is not. It is in a lot of, I don't know if in all ways, blah, 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 blah. In a lot of ways it's better.
Oh, yeah.
Way better.
Obviously.
Way better.
Access to current information.
Is like mind-shatteringly huge.
Yeah.
Like this is
Absolute game
massive.
changer.
Yeah.
You know what's really cool? I just made $1,000.
Because of the XQC thing. Yeah, there's no way he can't say it's sick. I don't know who did it. Whoever made the tweet asking it how many LTT backpacks would fit in the trunk of a Tesla or whatever the question was.
Oh, I didn't see that. That's
Someone
hilarious.
made that tweet on the LTT handle.
Oh, that's really
and,
funny.
And it did it. It looked up the dimensions of the LTT backpack. It
Shut
looked up the
up.
dimensions of the trunk, and it figured it out.
How the did it do that?
Ask it. Let's do it live. Maybe make it different. Use the banana thing or something. The LTTStore banana or something. I don't know.
No, I just want to see this. I just want a model
Show your screen. Show the
model
screen.
Y. Oh yeah, sorry.
guess I
sorry,
could've
sorry,
pressed
sorry.
it,
Okay,
but-
hold on. Because I thought the dimensions for the backpack are in picture form.
Searching for that. Now it's searching up
Shut
LTT
up.
backpack dimensions.
Shut up! This is a tricky question. Man,
Oh my god, where'd it go?
the natural language of it have
Look at
different
this!
shapes and dimensions. Based on some rough estimates, I will try to answer
That's
it.
insane!
Whoa!
That's actually nuts!
It's still going.
will depend on how flexible and compressible the backpacks are and how well they fit into the corners and curves of the trunk. Based on some videos of the Model Y trunk. Shut up! It can fit about 5 to 7 standard carry-on suitcases which have similar dimensions and capacity. Holy
Which is accurate. That statement is real.
shit.
That's crazy. I don't know who made that tweet, but that was brilliant. Because I had watched demos, I had watched tons of stuff. Up until that point, up until I saw that tweet from whoever made that on our team, so big
Oh, the
claps.
social team's amazing.
Amazing.
Shout out Arthur and Arjun.
I didn't realize it was that capable.
And if we have any new
Because
people on that team I haven't met yet, sorry.
the various steps it had to go through, not only did
It even showed its work.
Yes, it searched the original question, realized there isn't really an answer for this out there yet, decided I'm going to look up the dimensions of the backpack, I'm going to look up the dimensions of the trunk, I'm going to realize that this trunk, even though I have dimensions and whatnot, is going to have weird curves and stuff, which is going to throw it off quite a bit. I know that's in dimensions, don't worry about it. I said that poorly. But it's going to have weird curves and stuff. That's going to throw it off. What can this backpack relate to? Oh, a standard size of luggage is extremely similar. Let's use that because there's other references to how that can fit in this blah, 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 blah. This was full thought process, man.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay, but how up to the minute is it? I like LTTStore.com, but I only wear tracksuits. Do they make a tracksuit? Holy fucking shit.
Oh my god!
Hey, it's got a bunch of other people's stuff in there!
Take
Get out of here!
Get
Hey,
off!
hey, get that out of here!
Screw you, Bing.
Okay, no, but seriously though.
That's crazy. That is so crazy.
Oh, they do not seem to sell track pants. It missed that our track joggers are pants.
Ask it to clarify.
Holy
maybe.
crap. Hold on a second. So it suggests me pants
interesting.
to go with the jacket I bought. Shut up. Hold on. Okay.
That's insane. That's crazy. Oh. This would be the killer feature to monetize this in a free version. This would 100%
Searching
be
for
it.
black and white track pants. Yeah, here we go.
Is it going to print out the same shopping list that it did earlier, or is it just going to list all of these in
Okay,
text?
so am
form?
I going to get links to these?
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm going to get links. I'm going to get links. I get links. It cites.
Yeah,
its-
there's learn more. So
Here we go.
they yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So if you go back,
Yeah, this is wild.
there's the learn more bar at the bottom. So it has all the
There it
links
is.
that are referenced.
There it is.
You should ask it like, are you sure? Like I would get it to relook at the LTT store for the pants. I really want the purchase be from LTT store or whatever. Is there another option from them that would work or something like that? I don't know. I don't want to lead it too well.
Yeah, I'm saying, are you sure they don't have matching bottoms for the jacket? That seems weird.
Track pants.
No, it
It's
really
sticking
wants
to track
it
pants.
wants track pants. I'm not sure why they don't have it, but I couldn't find any on their website. The closest they have are pajama pants and short circuit sweatpants. But they don't look like they match the track jacket very well. You can submit to their newsletter. Do the track joggers
Subscribe to their
seem
newsletter.
to match?
That's so
Hold on. Is it
interesting.
looking at images? Do the track joggers seem to match?
Oh, interesting. Ooh.
No, but I
did
want-
it lose the context of LTT store with that search?
It did.
It did.
It did. Hold on.
That's-
Is that even what we called them?
Wait. It just said LTT store in there.
Hold on. I'm coming back. The track joggers from LTT Store.
What?
It has the same color scheme and logo. Okay, shut up. Do we even say that? Do we say that, Luke? No. We don't. We don't say it has the same color scheme and logo. They checked the f***ing logo.
Holy shit. I mean, sorry.
Luke, you gotta f***ing bleep that
This is just crazy. Whoa.
What?
Whoa. This is like, oh man, when people were like, oh, ChatGPT search isn't gonna matter. Dude, you have to see it now. This is crazy. The trunk question is really interesting to me because that is like 100% something that someone could be tasked with, or not that exact one maybe, but something very similar is something that someone could be tasked with. Maybe the dimensions of the inside of a cube van or the inside of the bed of a truck with a tonneau cover on it. How many of this exact thing can I fit inside it? How much lumber can I fit inside a standard sized F-150 truck bed?
I want to know
That might be something someone wants to know.
I want to know how carefully it's analyzing images. There's no reviews of the product, so it didn't see anything in text. Nothing. Our descriptions notoriously are...
Oh, can you go back?
In need of some improvement.
Is there,
okay?
Oh no, there's only one version.
There's no...
Man.
Oh, wait, hold, no, I missed... Yeah, that's it.
It does say get the matching. That's the only thing that...
Yeah, but it didn't say it had the same logo, Luke. There's nothing on this page to say it has the same color scheme and the same logo. It fucking checked.
Yeah. With images that, like, to be honest, there isn't one, as far as I know, that's just a zoom in of the... Oh, there is right there.
Yeah, we've got it.
Okay.
But it had to check the whole thing. There's one image showing this logo, clearly.
Yeah. Most of the images, it's there, but it's pretty small because it's like a zoom out of the whole
What
person,
just happened?
Yeah.
Google just got irrelevanted.
Conrad said in chat, I might actually use Bing when this comes out.
Yeah. You will.
I tried to jump the wait list. I did everything I could. I set to defaults, and then I changed it back afterwards because I don't think they're tracking that.
Hold on.
And I installed the Bing app on my phone because 100% I would switch immediately.
Hold on. People are asking about alt text. Just a sec. How do you see it? Crap. I thought them. Oh, okay. I think we only have it. Yeah, no. There's nothing in there about that. What the?
That's different.
Wow. Okay. So hold on. Okay. Now I gotta. I'm not done yet.
Try to get it to match unrelated products on the store.
No, I want it to. Okay. That's a whole can of worms that we can go down. I mean, okay, we know it has at least rudimentary ability to recognize stuff like that because it said, hey, the pajama pants don't seem to match this very well, right?
Yeah.
Like it figured that out. But I want to know, does LTT's Lanyard seem durable? Like,
is that in our thing? Do we say that it's durable?
I'm gonna check. I'm sorry. I'm freaking out a little bit right now because this is better than I expected. Yeah. And I've been sitting here with you, hearing you go blah 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 blah, ChatGPT blah 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 blah, future Bing blah 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 blah. Ahead of, anyone reporting on it in the news because you figured it out before they went public with it.
Yeah.
So that's the context for this, though, is that I'm still blown away. I mean, you seem blown away.
Oh, yeah.
Like, did you expect it to be this good?
I have known for a long time that once it gained the ability to search the internet, that it would be a whole different beast. But I didn't know how effectively it would do more than one search. I'm really telling you, when I saw that tweet, my brain exploded because it grabbed the context, it searched the first thing, it was like, this didn't give me an answer. I'm now going to search these two various things to gain information, and then ours went even deeper, and it figured out, it matches standard luggage sizes, all this kind of stuff.
Looked at pictures.
The amount of
it looked
steps.
At f***ing pictures.
The amount of steps that it did, that would have been a significant amount of work for a human. A very significant amount of work.
Did it look at videos?
That would be interesting.
It's watching us right now.
Based on some videos of the Model Y trunk.
Yeah, it did say that, didn't it? Did it link to this?
Yes.
Who packs more junk in the trunk? Whoa! Is there a transcription for that? Because that was an article, right? Did they write out like everything that was in the video?
I don't know, Luke. But it specifically cited this page and said based on some videos. Maybe the page is based on the videos.
I mean,
I think I see what
it
you're
could have
saying.
used.
Yeah.
I don't think it would watch the video necessarily. Maybe it would. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on anymore. But it might have used Whisper, another OpenAI tool, to gain the text transcription of the video, and then it could have parsed that.
Okay, here. hold
He's
on.
asking it some stuff.
I'm asking it something else. Okay. LTT says their lanyard is built to last, but do the materials look durable to you?
Interesting.
I mean, look, I have no
No, it's
idea if it
interesting.
has this kind of capabilities, okay?
So it's looking up the lanyard.
Yeah.
Now there's 2 results for lanyard on the store.
Designed to get other items. According to the product description, it's constructed from a heavy-duty nylon weave, featuring a box stitch link and a medium pressure metal clasp. These materials are supposed to make the durable. Okay. Oh my god, I read reviews!
Which are very positive. It might just look at the star rating.
No. Most of which are positive and praise the quality and appearance. Okay.
Yeah, ask it for what are maybe refine it in a weird way. Ask it for 2-star
What do people...
instead of just negative.
No, I got this.
Okay.
What about the negative reviews? What do people not like about it? Holy shit. Not very common, but they do exist. Some of the complaints: it's too short and sits too high on the chest, the clip is hard to use and makes taking keys off the lanyard difficult. The review system is not reliable and allows people to leave reviews without purchasing the product.
It knew that. Holy whoa, that last bullet point is big because we're like moving to change that now. Not even kidding. That is actually real. That is possible. There was a reason why we didn't change it in the past. I don't remember what it was, but we're moving to change it now.
By the way, the length thing is probably based on older reviews. We revised it to be a couple inches longer in response to that feedback, incidentally.
You know what's going to be significantly faster now is parsing feedback for items on the store. Why bother manually go through and read it all when you can just ask it for a summary of everything that's currently seemingly wrong with your products, and it will immediately spit it out. And also give you feedback on the website. That was crazy and accurate and good feedback. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, I want to see it. I want to see it try to match unrelated things on the store. So what my idea is can we ask it to match like a water bottle?
I picked up my water bottle to take a drink. I did not take a drink and put it back down. Luke.
You know what I want? I want it to give me a summary of this WAN show.
It's live right now.
Yeah, but Google has live transcriptions.
I don't think it'll be able to do
No?
that.
That's a little. I mean, we could try
We
it.
could try
I don't
it.
think that's going to be a
I
success.
don't think that's reasonable.
Yeah,
I mean, we are already.
we're a bit beyond reason.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't no reason where we're going, boys.
Okay, can you ask? Can you ask? So the water bottle. Let's pick that. So go to the water bottle and pick a color that you like.
Okay.
Say,
Can you
like,
pick a color of water bottle to match my LTT tracksuit?
tracksuit? Sure. You might want to specify the water bottle should be from LTTStore.com.
Can you pick a color of LTT
I mean,
water bottle
or
to
not.
match my tracksuit?
Yeah, sure. It looks for the water bottle. It looks for the tracksuit.
It's looking at stuff.
Oh.
Oh, it couldn't find it. Oh. If you're looking for a water bottle, some of the colors that might go well with a tracksuit are black, white, red, or blue. You can also mix and match different colors for the lid and body
So
of
in
the
its
water bottle.
in its defense, which is not super major because I'm actually surprised it didn't figure this one out. But we don't call it tracksuit anywhere.
Yeah, okay. Oh, hold on a second. Oh, so you know what? I think this is our first kind of swing and a miss here.
A little bit, yeah.
Because that link is, men's tracksuit from Nike. Yeah, this is the black and black one. It's in stock, so that's something. Okay. This is Amazon.ca though. Did it intentionally send me to Amazon.ca?
I just want to say, one of the first weeks that we talked about ChatGPT, I mentioned how I was in the camp where I thought VR and AR were going to be like the future.
Yeah.
And on one of those first weeks, I was like, never mind, it's this. And I think that just got a lot more deeply rooted.
Yeah.
Even with that failure, it doesn't matter. Look at all the successes that it just had before then.
Yeah. We do not have a red LTT logo. Where did it get that from?
No, they exist. There's a red LTT logo on one of the water bottles.
No, but the track jacket.
Oh.
It says the track jacket has a white and black color scheme with a red LTT logo on the chest and the back.
Is it making assumptions?
I want to know why it thinks that. Okay, clothing. Sorry, I know that I'm basically just using this entire topic as an excuse to talk about LTTStore.
I mean, it's an acceptable medium.
Okay.
So maybe this is remember the confidently wrong thing? Maybe we're giving it a little bit too much credit. Maybe it's not actually looking at the pictures. Maybe it's making some guesses.
I don't know. I think it's looking at pictures, Luke. Okay, I mean, I could be wrong. Why does it think it's red?
Don't know.
Super weird. That's super weird. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Ask it why it thinks it's red.
Okay. Okay,
Ask
sure.
it for its evidence. Someone in Floatpoint Chat mentioned that.
I don't see a red logo on that jacket.
Acrane7. Thank you.
Can you send me the picture? Okay.
Colorblind? I don't know. Can you send me the picture? Interesting.
Yeah, like it. Whoa, underscore red. Holy crap. So it got the red logo from the file name? No, searching. Track jacket LTT store. Okay, wait.
I have read some stuff. I don't know how legit this is, but you might want to start a new thread and try this whole thing over again.
Okay, but it checked. It did look at pictures, for sure. I found one on the product page which shows a black and white jacket with a white logo. Wait, what? What's the one on the...
Click on the link, because that's not to the right thing.
Yeah, that's not our store.
And that's also not a black and white track jacket with a red logo.
What? Okay.
Start a new thread. I've read that this version will kind of lose the plot once your thread gets too long.
Okay.
I forgot about that until now. But
Okay,
yeah,
how do
let's start a new thread.
Man, I refreshed the page and it's still... okay,
There
yeah,
might
right, it's
be
because
an-
of this. Hold on.
Oh,
Bit.
whoa, okay.
Okay, Bing.com. Let's go. Okay. What were we trying to figure out? Oh, okay. Can you pick a water bottle on LTTStore to match my LTT track jacket? Okay, let's just see. Okay, insulated water bottle.
Well, no,
sure.
this is just standard search. You
Chat.
gotta go to chat.
Here we go. My mind is absolutely annihilated right now. Okay, I want
Are
one
these
that...
are these just Amazon links?
Oh, interesting.
Those look like
No, those are
No?
LTT store
Okay.
links. I want one that will look good with my new LTT track jacket. Okay. Okay. It just called it simple and stylish.
chest and back.
How on earth?
Chest and back again. Workshop jacket. It's losing the plot. It's having issues with this one. I think one of the things that it might be struggling with
Yeah.
is the color selector for the water bottle.
Yeah, I think
it
you're right.
doesn't know because in the images on the side of the water bottle,
Yeah.
there's just every color possible, and then I have a feeling that it can't parse through the color selector
That
very
makes
well.
sense.
And we have fun but weird names for things. I mean, not pink, but like sunrise, cream scream, hero. Like, I don't think it's going to know how to parse that either.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. It suggested a 21-ounce one that would be more convenient to carry around, though. Like, it's not like it's even when it's
failing.
Failing.
It's not like it's completely.
It's not stupid.
Yeah, it's trying.
You know?
It's just maybe missing some amount of capability. That's a super specific question, though.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting.
All right. I am.
Shirts are more specific colors. Maybe ask it. I'm getting a.
Okay. Yeah, you wanted to ask it some other stuff about the store. Sorry, I think I kind of hijacked it.
No, it's fine. I wanted to ask the same question you were asking, but in the other way. I wanted to give it one of the multicolored items and ask it for a single colored item, effectively. So, like, I don't know if you want to hand it this much information, but like, I'm getting a white and black LTT water bottle. Can you suggest a shirt from the same store that would go with it? Something like that. I was hoping to be able to give it like one of the obscure names. Like, I'm getting a hero water bottle. But at this point, I don't think it's going to be able to do that. And white and black is technically one of the names that we use for it, so whatever.
Can you suggest some clothes from the same store that would go with it? How about that? Okay. Clothes. I mean, okay.
That's fine. That's
fair.
That's clothing as a category,
sure.
right?
I can suggest some stuff that would go with your water bottle. GPU plush. Underwear 3-pack. Whoops.
Too generic.
Ruh-roh. Honestly, a lot of those things aren't clothes. Okay, I mean,
GPU plush. Not clothes.
Exactly.
I didn't even put that together.
And I specifically,
mentioned white.
You can tell it's doing stuff in the background here. Wanted something that matches my white and black.
What do you mean? Why?
Water bottle. I can when I'm typing, I can kind of feel it like thinking a bit. I don't know.
So you think it's like pre-parsing?
I'm sorry, I misunderstood. My bad. Wow. Okay. Maybe you could try the workshop jacket or the track jacket we talked about earlier.
Wait,
the workshop jacket is not black and white, though. Yeah, it was in this thread. It was in this thread.
Okay.
So why does it think the workshop jacket?
For some reason, it's been fixed on the workshop jacket this whole conversation.
It really likes that workshop jacket. It thinks it's black and white.
Is that why it thinks the logo's orange? It was looking at this?
Maybe.
Is there an orange logo on this one? Sorry, I think I got away from the mic.
On which one?
On the workshop jacket. Is there an orange logo? Oh, is there an orange logo on the back?
No, I don't think so. But there's this, which might have kind of looked logo-y.
Maybe, yeah.
And I don't think we don't have a single picture of the back of it. Dang it. Why don't we have a picture of the back of the darn workshop jacket? Anyway, the point is,
he's looking good though.
Interesting. Trey's interesting.
Whoa.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of like different questions that we could ask it. Okay, I'm assuming you're asking a question right now. Something that I've noticed has been an issue is something that I think should actually be quite searchable, which is like game guides.
Oh, yeah. How do I beat this boss or whatever?
But it hasn't been doing it because all the games that I've been searching have been too new.
Right, that makes sense.
So I wonder if it'll find that. What's this?
Sure.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. It did not really go outside of a very, very narrow search here. It did not search the web more broadly.
To be fair, you didn't ask it to like review it. So it gave you a state of what it is, which is actually accurate. I think it's accurate to what you asked. You didn't even ask it anything. There's no question mark. You just Googled what LTT customer service is effectively.
What are customers saying about the quality of their service?
We do have to be honest with the quality of prompts.
Yeah. I mean, look. I mean, that's the thing is, I'm trying.
This is a way of testing. I'm not actually.
But I'm trying to use it like a user would.
Totally,
that doesn't answer my question, so I want to naturally interact with you.
You refine now, yeah.
There are mixed reviews of LTTStore's customer service. Yeah, that's fair. Some say they had a great experience ordering from the website and the products are high quality. They also praise the support team for being helpful and responsive. However, some customers complain about long delivery times and items getting lost in the mail, which they blame on the website. One website gives LTTStore.com an average of 3.3 out of 5 based on one review. So it seems the quality of their service depends on various factors, such as the product, the shipping, and the support. You may have a different experience depending on your expectations. One thing I can say right now, by the way, guys, this was an excuse for me to talk about it, is we are down to customer support responses during the week, weekdays, that are down to hours, not days anymore. So you can expect really fast responses. We're keeping the team beefy. We're not going to be like, oh yeah, well, volumes are lower, so
See you.
we're back to 2 people. So we're trying to find things for at least some of the extra members of the team that were brought on to do, and we want to make sure that we keep that team responding within hours as opposed to within days.
Phil H in Flowplane chat just brought up a really interesting point.
Yeah.
He tagged me and said, "You just used the verb Googled. What might replace that word?"
Bing. I mean, that's what Microsoft's been trying to get us to do for
Bing.
10 years or
Yeah.
whatever. I
asked
binged it.
Bing. I binged it.
I mean, as a technophile,
It
obviously
feels
I
weird.
would go like chat
Searched or
GPT.
chat
Yeah,
or
like
whatever, yeah.
I would know the underlying technology that I'm using.
Well, they're trying to they have an internal name for it called like Sylvie or something. I don't remember what it is. But they're trying to communicate externally that it's just Bing.
It's such a shame that they used Cortana on such a piece of product, because that would have been
Imagine
great.
Cortana was this.
I know, right?
Yeah, I completely feel the same way.
Yeah. Just such a missed opportunity. I'd be so down for this to be Cortana. That would be super cool. It's
Yeah.
also probably a little too normie and mainstream. Like, would you ask Cortana like for a recipe? Like, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't ask Cortana anything because she was useless for so long.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to like Cortana, but it was rough, man.
Oh, jeez. Okay, well, we could honestly sit there and throw things through it for a million years. Do you want to ask it how to beat biomass?
Sure.
Don't even refine the game. Just say biomass.
Yeah, I'm already asking how good the LTTStore screwdriver is, though.
Cool. I wonder if it'll reference videos.
Wow. All right. Wow, it says that the embossed LTT logo on the end cap is tasteful. Where does it get that from? What is that based on? What do you mean tasteful? How do you know? Seems to be high quality and versatile.
Bing.com/shop doesn't have the LTT store screwdriver. It's all Amazon links.
Can't you find any user feedback for me? Like it says, go find some user feedback. No, you fucking do it. Man, this is blowing my mind. Wow.
There's your feedback.
Okay, you may want to read more reviews and watch more videos. What videos would you recommend I watch to learn more? I actually think this is not a fair summary, but whatever. I wonder if it errs on the side of like not being not recommending too strongly.
It seems like it tries to balance everything really hard.
Yeah.
It always ends with the like feedback might be mixed or your experience may vary, that type of stuff.
Huh. This is so cool. It gives you a top level overview of what you can expect to find in these videos. That is so cool.
And those are probably
the ones you should watch.
Yep.
Wow. Now what's interesting is there's a shorts video that's actually got a ton of views on the screwdriver that's more recent, but I wonder if it's able to parse shorts, for example. I mean, I guess there's only one way to find out. Are there any short form reviews? Those videos are all pretty long. Man, I feel like I could just talk to it forever. Okay. So sorry, what game? Biomass?
Yeah, it's just say biomass, I think.
Yeah.
because that's a Valheim boss, but it's a, I think, pretty unique name for a boss in a game. I don't know.
Ooh, it called our product description a review. Well, that's not very good. Okay. But they did find an opinion on Reddit. A couple on Reddit. Okay. All right, very cool. Okay, how do I beat biomass?
Yeah, I don't even want to mention Valheim because I want it to figure it out.
Okay. Sure.
This is totally off topic, out of nowhere. That might be an interesting.
How to beat biomass.
Biomass definition.
Yeah, what the f*** are you talking about?
Yeah, it is. No. Oh,
The third boss in the game, Valheim. The ways to beat it may vary. For example, if you mean the massive living organisms, you need to reduce their population or their consumption of resources.
whoa,
Good
now.
gravy!
Whoa, calm down.
Whoa, buddy!
Can you please clarify though,
All
which
right,
is
Hal.
fair? The question that it asked at the end is fair, and they gave you a little smiley face. It's cute.
Yeah, I don't want to reduce the population of living organisms. Oh my god.
Oh, it's Bonemass. Oh! It's still understood that it was from Valheim.
Yeah.
I said the wrong thing, though. It's Bonemass.
Oh.
It figured it out, probably through like common searches or something.
Wow.
That's actually
I
crazy.
also typoed this. How to beat bone mass in Valheim. Yeah, it just doesn't acknowledge my Oh, I see. Highly resistant to ranged weapons except for frost arrows.
This is oh, I didn't know that part.
Okay. He throws poison smoke. The best weapons are blunt weapons.
That's true.
Increased stamina regeneration. Wow, this is a lot of like really good strats, it looks like. Good luck.
Here is a good one.
All right.
Wow.
Yeah, let's
The
move
fact
on.
that it got bone mass from biomass, pretty interesting.
We could do this all night, I think.
Yeah. So let's finish off the notes because there is some interesting
Sure,
stuff.
yeah, hit it.
This
hit
is
it,
a
hit it.
war, right? It's not just Bing search. There is
mean,
the other side.
So far it's
So far, it's just Bing
it's
search.
a war between your high school bully and like your toddler sister. Like honestly.
Yeah, a little brutal. Microsoft claims they're using a more powerful version of GPT 3.5 that they are calling the Prometheus model, presumably in the sense that if it goes wrong, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella will be tied to a rock for eagles to devour his liver. Microsoft, this is a big
Isn't
bet
it
for them.
forever too?
I think so.
I think so. Yeah.
This is a big bet for them, though. Microsoft will also launch 2 new features for Edge. Chat, which users can use to ask about the web page they're looking at. And Compose, a writing assistant.
Okay.
I don't think we saw Compose, but I think
Wow.
that was a weird description of chat, which is what we were just using. Only a day after Microsoft's demo, Google announced its own ChatGPT equivalent or similar thing called Bard. Some people have been criticizing that name. I actually think it's pretty cool. Google's demo highlighted largely incremental and previously announced AI improvements to various Google products. In the demo, Google warned that answers given by Bard may be inaccurate, which is true about all of them, so it doesn't matter. Some commenters noted that there was a clear inaccuracy in a screenshot included in Google's announcement, which states that the James Webb Space Telescope was the first to take a picture of a planet outside of our solar system. The first was actually taken by the European Southern Observatory's Very Large Telescope, actual name, in 2004. Now, there are some kind of potential issues here.
Mm-hmm.
I have heard. Let me see if this screenshot is in here.
I've heard our audience really likes tracksuits, but sorry, go ahead.
This is just a random tweet. This doesn't look like the one that actually found it. I don't know. So people read this, and maybe they're right. I just want to put that out there. Maybe people's interpretation of this was right. But people read this as, it says here again, which states that the James Webb Space Telescope was the first to take a picture of a planet outside of our solar system. People interpreted that as any planet. But people are thinking that maybe Bard was actually talking about a specific planet.
I see.
And the James Webb was the first telescope to take a picture of that planet, and that planet is outside of our solar system.
Yeah,
so maybe it worded it weird. Maybe we interpret it poorly. I don't know. But it's kind of irrelevant because Dan's question, please. Everyone's spamming DQP.
I'm working on it.
Okay. Yeah, wow. I was trying to figure out what the heck DQP meant. But yeah, it could have been right. It could have been wrong. It's kind of irrelevant. They're all right and they're all wrong sometimes. GPT 3.5, ChatGPT, whatever we want to call this Bing search thing, they've all been wrong at some point. Bard will be wrong. This is wrong sometimes. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no, it can't just like watch a video
there
or
was
check
no
for
way
a
it was going to do
transcription.
that.
Yeah. Otherwise,
so,
why would you need to watch?
apparently, Google's valuation went down $100 billion when people figured out that Bard was wrong, which is weird to me.
That seems like a bit of an overreaction.
ChatGPT is wrong all the time.
Yeah, like constantly. I mean, it didn't know that the LTTStore screwdriver is like the best. Terrible.
So like that seems kind of weird to me. But I mean, investors are going to do investor things. So whatever.
By the way, this looks kind of like what you might have been talking about earlier, where you can be on a page and there's just like a search thing here and you can just like
this is
blah,
not
blah,
what
blah.
I was talking about earlier.
I mean, this seems like it would be a really cool interface, but no, this just does a web search.
Yeah.
This does not, even if you tell it like this site, it's basically just like, is this a good jacket? Like it doesn't, it just does not do anything like what we saw before. So there's no chat integrated into that particular search at this time, unless I've like not updated it properly or something like that. I'm not sure. All right. Yeah. So move on.
Yeah, I can't get it to do it. When I was at home, basically in your standard search view, pre-chat. That's an interesting thing to say. Where you have all the links to different websites that come up when you search something, floating in the side where like if you Googled yourself, you know how it would show like the Wikipedia thing with your picture? In that same area, it was putting like a mini version of a non-respondable to chat output.
Some people are saying
I can't make it show up.
There's a version of Edge that is like a dev version that has the new Bing features. So like you would be able to do that in it or something. This is just a pleb version of Edge. So
okay, yeah, got it.
Wow.
That makes sense.
Wow.
Yeah, a third search provider, BAidu, headquartered in China, announced that it would finish internal testing of its own AI named Ernie in March. E-commerce company Alibaba also claims to be making a ChatGPT equivalent, and Opera, and this is a dig that seems potentially unnecessary, but the world's sixth most popular browser says that they too will be incorporating ChatGPT. Whoa.
Ouch.
Whoa.
Yep, let's go.
Everybody's getting in on this. Discussion question. What pitfalls do you foresee in the rush to integrate advanced AI into day-to-day technology? I think that's a pretty easy answer, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so too. A lot of the confidently wrong.
The wrongness.
Yeah.
I do think that as much as I say that, which is every single time we talk about this topic.
He sure does.
It's important because people constantly forget it. Like, it's actually crazy.
Yeah, it's like the whole discussion we had around Tesla branding their driving assists as autopilot.
Yeah.
And it's like, you get people who will get mad at me for criticizing it, saying, well, that's not what autopilot means. Like, even on a plane, it doesn't mean the plane flies itself. It still needs a pilot. Who'd be stupid enough to think that autopilot means it drives itself? That's stupid. No, because people do think that.
100%.
I don't make the rules. People fall asleep on the highway, like on purpose. They take a nap in their car with autopilot engaged.
Yep, 100%.
Like,
Yeah.
So we have to remind
humans. This is the caveat that I want to throw in here.
Very
humans
trusting.
are also really confidently wrong.
Yeah.
So it's not like this is like an unknown issue.
Whoa, Luke just laying the smackdown on an entire species of animal here.
But like, you should be skeptical about answers that come from ChatGPT, and maybe you should take that skepticism to other parts of your life as well. But like, yeah, like if you were just blindly believing every single Google search result that you got in the past, that was also a problem. I don't know if you realize that, but you shouldn't have been doing that. And you still shouldn't do it with chat features. Well, I didn't even see that question.
I'm just memeing.
The next discussion question is there a concern with large companies under repressive governments constructing their own advanced AI?
I mean, yeah, obviously.
That's
but
obviously definitely going to
nothing much
happen.
we can do about that.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, that's the thing with a lot of this type of technology. People talk about, we need to regulate it super hard. And it's
good luck.
Maybe in certain ways, but
we still haven't figured out how to regulate
other countries will not.
Social media.
Like you're not going to stop the wave of this happening.
Yeah.
Because some other country is just going to be like, you can do it here. Yeah. We're going to find a way to get a leg up because companies are going to come here now because they can do this thing.
Yeah, they can come here and not pay taxes.
Yeah, it's...
But hey, at least the people working there, they'll pay their taxes.
Yeah.
But corporate tax? Nah, I don't need that.
Never. Let's jump into another thing. Should we do this? It's another AI topic. Should we jump into it?
You know what we should
Maybe
probably do is
switch it
get
up?
sponsors out of the way.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
talk
a good
about
idea.
what merch messages are.
Yeah, that's a
you're
good
probably
idea.
seeing these messages pop up down here. Dan, our producer, is monitoring them. If you guys make a purchase on LTTStore.com, while we are live, will get a little pop-up prompting you for a merch message. It's basically better than Twitch bits or super chats or anything like that because we might get to your message, we might not. But if we don't, hey, at least you get some nice high quality, tracksuits in the mail.
Yeah.
Or if nothing else, you can pick up a gift card and send a merch message that way, and then you can pick up something else that catches your eye farther down the line. Oh, we have something really cool coming. Yeah. Guess what's here? It won't be applicable to you, unfortunately, but the WAG hoodie has arrived.
Oh, Chloe.
You don't have a... Oh, well, okay.
For a little while.
Yeah. Well, that's sad.
Yeah.
Well, you know what?
She's doing pretty okay.
Chloe can have a WAG
hanging
hoodie
in
for
there.
however short a time she will be wearing it. This got pretty real.
My parents' dog is quite old.
Yeah.
I've been holding it on for a long
Yeah,
time.
she's doing great.
Yeah.
But she's pretty old.
But it has been a long time.
Yeah. Cool. So anyway, the WAN hoodie for dogs is kind of here. We haven't done pictures or gotten it ready for the site or anything like that, but it's almost ready to launch.
You
so
need
it's gonna be
a
awesome.
flap now.
A flap?
Like a WAN hoodie for birds. I'd hate it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, animal cruelty much? Putting a hoodie on a
probably,
bird?
If you made it like a little WAN hoodie ornament that I could hang from the cage, I guarantee you they would love that.
Yeah, they'd probably destroy it.
Oh
though,
yeah,
immediately
because
because they're birds.
Yep, they do that.
Okay. Cool. Anywho, right. So merch messages. We will try to get to some merch
Sponsors?
messages at the end of the show. And I want to thank our sponsors for sponsoring this
Whatever
show.
it is.
Yeah, whatever the show is today. Massive shout out Thorum. Thorum makes handmade wedding bands and rings from rare, unique materials. They work with anything from whiskey barrels to antlers to Damascus steel to World War II rifle stocks to even dinosaur fossils. The Apollo is made out of hammered black tungsten carbide with a rose gold interior. And the reason they chose these materials are because tungsten carbide will neither rust nor tarnish. Thorum claims that you can leave it in a vat of ferric chloride acid for a year and it will be entirely fine, though we wouldn't recommend playing with ferric chloride acid
Yeah.
or having it around for an extended period of time. You can get a... kind of sponsor talking points are these? You can get a ring sizer kit.
Our ring can tank it. You
Yeah.
might not be able to, but
Yeah,
it can.
don't put your hand in there, but the ring will be fine. You can get a sizer kit on their website to make life easier when it comes to picking the best size for your finger. And every ring ships within 1 business day and comes with a free Thorum silicone activity band. Oh, that's what I was holding, sorry. And a beautiful wooden ring box. And that ring box right here. With over 10 years of experience and over 5,000 happy customers, Thorum is there for you whether you need wedding bands or just a cool looking ring. So what are you waiting for? Head to the link in the video description and get 20% off today with code WAN. All right, I'm doing one more sponsor spot normally. And then now that ChatGPT is web-enabled, I'm going to have it do a Squarespace spots because there are third spot. No, not brilliant.
Squarespace. Yeah.
First, though, the Ridge. Minimalist yet functional. The Ridge wallet is your next everyday carry. Ridge wallets can hold up to 12 cards and still have room for cash with either a money clip or an elastic band, and there's no need to worry about the quality of their products. They use only the highest grade materials in their construction. Skeptical? Well, the Ridge offers a lifetime warranty to keep your mind at ease. And the Ridge doesn't make just wallets. Their key case is also a favorite of ours over here at LMG. It's made with the same materials as their wallet and keeps all your keys secure in a small profile. No more jingle jangle in your pockets. And their key cases also come with a lifetime warranty. So follow the link in the description to check out what the Ridge has to offer. You can even get 10% off your entire purchase and get free worldwide shipping by using code Linus at checkout. Now here's the thing. My Squarespace talking points are a little stale. I don't know who to blame for that. Probably someone, but it doesn't matter. The point is, I have to do a sponsor read.
So is this, they say that they have a thing that helps you with writing, but you're using the more web searchy thing. Does your browser not have the writing thing?
Yeah, I don't really see it. I've just got search and chat.
Yeah, I don't see
I'm going to go for it.
Sure.
Whoa, what do you think? Whoa, I didn't even see this. Holy crap, that's powerful. It asked what you think of this whole saga that's gone on here and gives you a prompt. That's wild. So they're going to be like
what the
collecting political data.
Whoa.
What? Okay, look, I'm not trying to steer the conversation back to Bing powered by ChatGPT, but what the just happened?
Well, they're trying to make it an actual chat, and they're going to harvest all the information from it, which is incredibly valuable data.
Wow. Okay.
Whoa.
Whoa. Okay. Jeez. Oh, man. Okay. This is something. All right. Back to this. I have to do a sponsor read on my podcast for Squarespace, but my talking points are a little stale. Sorry. This. Can you write me? Oh, my goodness. Oh, sorry. My brain is very tired.
Should we clear the context before we do this?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Can you write me?
Do they want that on the screen?
30
to spot?
Whatever. They'll get over it. Can you write me a 30 to 60 second blurb with some of their latest features highlighted?
Oh, apparently you need the dev branch of Edge for the sidebar compose feature. Got it.
Okay. All right.
Oh, so they just killed Grammarly, probably.
I'm going to read this out verbatim, so good luck. This episode is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. Whether you need a website, a blog, a portfolio, a store, or anything in between, Squarespace has you covered. Squarespace has everything you need to create a stunning website, from award-winning templates to powerful tools and integrations. You can easily customize your site with drag-and-drop functionality, add your own domain name, and get access to 24/7 customer support. Plus, Squarespace has some amazing new features that you don't want to miss, such as Squarespace email campaigns, which let you create and send beautiful emails that match your website's style and branding, Squarespace member areas, which let you create exclusive content and experiences for your members and subscribers, Squarespace scheduling, which lets you book appointments, classes, and events online with ease. I have never heard of that feature. No one bothered to mention it to me. Squarespace is the perfect solution then for anyone who wants to create a professional and elegant website without any hassle. So what are you waiting for? Go to squarespace.com and start your free trial today. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code YOURCODE to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com, offer code YOURCODE. Squarespace. You're going to like this. Make it beautiful.
I love how it signed off. That's amazing. Also, I looked up the scheduling thing, and I was wondering, I was like, maybe it made up a feature. Nope. All in one appointment management. Everything you need to schedule anything. Try scheduling.
You know, Yvonne's been hooked on these
That was intense.
like trashy amateur novels about this like weird wolf world or something like that.
Oh, she can just get it to write her books?
Like, honestly, like with the quality of the writing of some of the ones I've looked over her shoulder at, like she could just be like, write me another chapter, write me another chapter, write me another chapter.
She could, if she doesn't like the direction that the book goes in.
Holy crap, choose your own adventure.
Because I've done choose your own adventure stuff, right? But especially if it can search off the internet, like you could make a choose your own adventure based on like vaguely real world events.
Yeah, people
and
you
stuff.
know.
Yeah, yep.
Man, Tina's erotic friend fictions from Bob's Burgers are going to take on a whole new life here. Pretty much everyone and their dog is going to have the capability.
So I want to do a poll here.
Yeah. Game of Thrones Season 8 rewrite. Let's go.
Yeah, seriously, though.
Yeah.
Like, oh my goodness, it probably could, because this one can search the internet, so it knows everything about it. You should ask it that. What would you change if you could change Game of Thrones Season 8? What would you change about it to make it better or whatever? And I'm going to make this poll.
Okay, we're really not trying to make the whole show just about Bing with ChatGPT. It's just kind of happening here, okay? Oh, man. This is just such a mind screw. Okay, no, I don't want... Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. I want my little plain chat. Oh, my God. Stop. Okay. There we go. Whoa. Give more time and development to the Night King and the White Walkers and make their final battle more epic and satisfying. Make Daenerys' descent into madness more gradual and believable. Show more of her inner conflict and struggle. Make Jon Snow more active and decisive. Wow. Make Cersei more cunning and ruthless. Have her put up a better fight. Make the ending more coherent and satisfying. Have it tie up the loose ends and resolve the main conflicts and themes. Maybe have a different character sit on the Iron Throne or have no one sit on it at all. So basically, yeah, it's just taking audience feedback and going, yeah, here's what needed to be better. It's like you could crowdsource how to make you could just be like, okay, I love Liar Liar. Can you pitch me a premise for a Jim Carrey movie that's kind of like that, but for the 2020s? Like, I don't know. Like, what can it not do, Luke?
So I asked Floatplane Chat, based on these integrations, will you use Bing now? And some people criticize it because they're like, oh, we wanted a maybe or whatever. No, I want people that are hard facts about this. And so far, 80% of people are saying yes.
Wow. Kick a Doom over in Twitch chat says, instead of rushing it, actually use the source material. Simple. There was no source material. That was the problem. George R.R. Martin hadn't finished the books. Holy crap. Okay, here we go. I have not watched Liar Liar, but I've heard it's a comedy movie where Jim Carrey plays a lawyer who cannot lie for 24 hours. Oh, that would be an interesting licensing thing for them to work out. How can ChatGPT watch Liar Liar? You know what I mean? I'm surprised they haven't just trained it on it and been like, oh, we'll figure it out later. I guess if they're
a lot of AI stuff is like that
unlike
right now.
independent artists, though, like the MPAA, RAA, like the
Well, have you heard about that tool? Somebody made a tool that can try to reverse engineer what images that the image generator used in its generation of your new image. And then people are using that to go after the AI generators. And sometimes it's like, man, I'm really not sure what this would be based off of. And then you see the output from that thing and it's like, whoa, it's clearly this random thing that I've never seen before. So like, it's interesting. It's very interesting.
Oh my God. Okay. Jim Carrey plays a social media influencer who is famous for his viral videos and pranks. He is also a compulsive liar who exaggerates and fabricates everything about his life and personality. He has millions of followers and sponsors, but he is also unhappy and lonely. One day, he receives a mysterious package that contains a pair of glasses. When he puts them on, he realizes that they are connected to his social media accounts and that they record and broadcast everything he sees and says. He also discovers that he cannot take them off and that he cannot lie or edit anything he posts. He has to face the consequences of his lies and the reactions of his fans, friends, family, and enemies. He also has to find out who sent him the glasses and why, and how to get rid of them. Along the way, he learns some valuable lessons about honesty, integrity, and love.
Whoa.
I'd watch the shit out of that.
Yeah. Probably.
And it did just enough to go, hey, it's basically that,
but it's newer.
but kind of
and
a
it is
modern
different.
spin. It is different.
Yeah.
It's different.
Yeah. Damn. Let's try to get this version to write an LTT episode. Remember we did that, right? But now it should be able to search. Is there a video that LTT has done recently that didn't go well? It was controversial for some reason.
I don't know. Maybe the WAN show a few weeks ago.
Oh man. I want it to have to search for it, but I don't know.
I've
Maybe,
been writing
maybe it's not
a
good.
model for ChatGPT that does our sponsor like segment things.
Maybe you need to toss that now.
Maybe I need to toss that. Could you have it write? I don't know. Yeah, it's difficult.
This is
Well, he just
wild.
did. He had it write the Squarespace one.
Yeah, but I think our scripts are different. I wonder if
Okay.
there'd be a way to get it to like describe a screenplay for an LTT.
Next level. Hold on. Here we go.
Oh no, you're gonna feed. Oh no.
Wait, you only curated 9 merch messages?
There's some potentials as well.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me find one of
These
these.
people are focused.
I want to know like what ChatGPT would answer like a merch message or something like that. Okay. Here we go. Here's a good one from James D. If you two were to switch jobs, so us, who would give up first and who would do more damage to the company? Like, how much could it possibly know about us?
Yeah.
Okay. If Linus Sebastian and Luke Lafreniere switched jobs as a challenge, which one would give up first and which would do more damage to the company in the wrong role? Okay. Let's see what it says. You know what? No, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it to you guys.
All right.
I have not watched their videos, but I've heard that they're both hosts of the WAN show. Hey, look, you got a credit for the WAN show.
Let's go.
And founders of Linus Tech Tips and Float Play Media. They are both experts in technology and media, but they have different roles and skills. Linus is more of a creative and charismatic leader, while Luke is more of a technical and analytical manager. If they switched jobs as a challenge, I think that Linus would give up first and that Luke would do more damage to the company in the wrong role.
Boom, get roasted.
Linus would give up first because he would not enjoy or excel at the tasks that Luke does, such as coding, troubleshooting, budgeting, and negotiating. He would also miss the thrill and freedom of being on camera and interacting with the audience. He would get bored and frustrated with the details and constraints of running a business, and he would lose his motivation and passion.
A lot of that's probably...
It doesn't know about Yvonne and doesn't know that, like, realistically she does all of that stuff, not either of us.
And it doesn't know that we're both stubborn as hell and
Yeah.
neither of us would give up.
Luke would do more damage to the company in the wrong role because he would not be able to handle the pressure and expectations of being the face and voice of the company. He would also lack the charisma
Boom, roasted.
and creativity that Linus has, and he would struggle to entertain and engage the viewers. He would make some bad decisions and mistakes that would affect the quality and reputation of the company, and he would alienate some of the fans and sponsors. That is my opinion based on what I know about them. You may have a different opinion, and that's okay. What do you think of the scenario?
That's kind
Sounds
of...
pretty good to me.
I actually had fairly similar answers, which is interesting.
It's probably not
Different
that far
reasons,
off. Like,
but
it's not
similar
that
answers.
I wouldn't call you non-charismatic, but there's no doubt that I have more experience.
This was never what I thought I was going to do when I was growing up.
No, well, I mean, me neither, in fairness, but like,
Fair enough.
I definitely have more experience at it.
There's also way significantly higher potential for negative impact in your role. honestly, in my role, like AJ will keep things going. AJ and Jonathan will keep things alive. Like,
Well, I think it would take longer to screw up in my role, though. When I make a decision,
know.
it's like, okay, anytime I make a big decision, it's like, we are building a lab. That's not going to sink us in 6 months. That could sink us in 6 years.
with video content, what if I somehow drastically alienated the audience? I don't really see it happening too much.
I don't
to
see
be
it
honest.
being more like a drastic alienation. I see it being more of like a slow decline.
Yeah.
I would see it that way. I mean, again, this is like, it's
I'm not taking it.
Yeah, it's not. But no, I'm trying to tell them because a lot of the time I'll tell you something that I'm just like, yeah, bro, honestly. And
We
you're like,
get it,
yep,
and I'm not stupid.
Yeah.
So that
I'm better at it than him.
Yeah.
Okay?
I would,
Like by a lot.
but this is off right now, but I would hope so.
Yeah, like for real though. And that's okay.
Yeah.
And there's stuff that Luke is way f***ing better at than I am. And that's okay too.
It's fine.
Like, I mean, realistically, look at the size of our hands. Who would you choose?
Oh my god.
Anywho.
I didn't think we were going that direction. Oh my goodness.
The point is, yeah, I really just don't think it's that far off.
No, and its reasoning
It's not that
makes
stupid.
sense.
Yeah.
With the amount of information that it was able to drag up, that was like a pretty logical conclusion for it
Yeah.
to come to.
I mean, obviously, there's little things that are
It's missing context.
yeah,
for
that
sure.
are not quite right.
Like you said, it didn't understand Yvonne's involvement. It didn't understand the involvement of tons of other
Yep.
people at the company.
I don't mind negotiating, but how would it know that? Actually, I mean, I don't like it. I'm good at it, but I don't really like it.
I hate it,
Yeah, you're really good at it, though.
but I tend to win.
You're the cheapest f***ing bastard I have ever met.
You can't talk about the recent one. Just to,
Find
like,
a
be
spouse.
clear.
Find a spouse who spends your money the way Luke spends mine.
Yeah, I don't like doing it, but if I'm gonna have to do it, I'm in.
It's optimal.
Yeah,
Let's min-max this.
yeah, pretty much. I don't. Yeah, yep. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm archiving that. That's a good enough answer.
Yeah. It's interesting too how it it inferred quite a bit off of not that much information, but it did it pretty well, right? I don't know.
Hey, guess who just sent in a chat? It's good old Christopher L. Hey, Linus. Thanks for almost hiring me instead of Luke. In all seriousness, so happy to see what LMG has become. Tell me your favorite memory of working with me at NCIXTechTips. Wheels. Okay,
been a while.
if that's actually you, which I think it probably is, because most people don't know
Wheels.
that he applied at the same time as you.
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, like only a few people would
I didn't
know
really
that.
understand but that makes sense.
He was a close it was either second or third. Like he almost had the job, and it was only down to just like how well you and I got along that it ultimately went to you. And
he was brought on later on.
and he did end up getting brought in by the NCIXTechTips team, and he actually ran it for a while until, I mean, well, you know, things started to completely disintegrate.
happened there, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And he did a great job. So like, I kind of couldn't have gone wrong. But man, favorite memory. It's less like anything specific, but I will say that there was definitely some tense times studio sharing in that. Remember the tiny little room that was in the top of the new headquarters right around the time
Yes.
that we left?
Yeah.
That tiny little room that all of us were supposed to be working out of. And then the way that they expanded into that nearby room that was just like completely packed floor to ceiling with tech. Like that was such an incredible era. If I had to pick anything, I would say shooting the cardboard box challenge. I don't even remember why that video existed, but
There's a lot of videos from back then that are, you know.
Linus cardboard armor. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to find this, but we basically built ourselves like box armor I don't know why, and we like fought with it in slow motion or something. NCIX maybe? Like, where did that video end up? I have no idea. Yeah, here we go. Massive giveaway and fight to the death. I don't know why
awesome trailer
we
with
did
that
this.
awesome star on it.
And
Whoa,
we, like,
freaking
Sorry, I need to
motion
mute
or
this.
something.
But no, we're good.
Hey man, we're getting better, right?
Hey, there's Chris.
Don't you remember what you were like when you started?
Hi, welcome to NCIXTechTips. My name is Linus Sebastian, and today we'll be looking at the Sunbeam Tech Tunic Tower.
I remember being amazing in every way.
I remember
Linus is acting.
Besides, I think we're improving.
All right. Little upstart, smart guy. Tell you what, how about this? My team versus your team, battle to the death. The winner is the best tech YouTube channel.
Okay, I want to make it really clear I did not write this. Okay?
Yeah, what?
I mean, look, it was... Okay, you know what? It doesn't
Challenge
matter.
accepted.
I don't remember this at all.
Riley!
Here's your banana.
Young
I
Riley.
don't need it anymore. Actually, I'm going to make a phone call.
Are you kidding me? Oh my.
Hey, Luke.
I'm in this?
So,
I don't remember this at all.
Hey,
What, really?
Come to NCIX right now.
Did you challenge a group of people to a fight to the death? Again?
Maybe. I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, mister.
I have
Linus is acting
zero
is so
memory
bad.
of this. Oh no, mine's terrible too. Let's. I'm 100% on. I think the only good thing
I
I've
need your
ever
body
done.
right now. Come here.
No, I'm working. Ask Edsel.
I think the only good thing I've ever done was like when I grabbed the orange and burned my hand
Oh, that was pretty good for
and
that
fall back.
funk.
That's like the
commercial.
only thing.
Fine. Be like that. You? Looks like I'm gonna have to do this myself.
Wait, I do remember this now. Because you get like knocked over and then they like pretend to beat you up or something, right?
Oh my goodness. So there's a montage here where we like create box armor and then...
Yeah, the old helmet.
Why did we do this?
Yeah, but yeah.
Why do I shout that? Why do I have a lightsaber? Okay, I think that's probably quite enough of that. Anywho, that was a lot of fun. In a lot of ways, man, what we do now is so professional, but what we did back then where it was more... Well, I shouldn't even say that. We did some pretty cringe stuff today. Okay, hold on. Well, the production values are better. But I think probably the most fun thing about this job then, whether it's then or now, is the fact that we get paid. So we get paid professionally to produce content that realistically has about the writing and planning of like a grade 10 high school media class project, you know?
I feel like a grade school, high school media class project would probably have more time.
No, not anymore. Like where
Okay.
writers are only responsible for like one a week. And
Okay,
like,
fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have like 12 editors now and all
Probably
that kind of
less
stuff.
time.
Yeah, we actually like have time to work on things now.
Okay.
But sometimes, it's that same kind of inspiration where even if we are putting more work into it, like, okay, there's a really cool bit from an upcoming video. This is going to come out this weekend. Oh, shoot. Is it not live on Floatplane yet? Oh, I don't have a way to get this unless I'm logged into Trello. I'm not logged into Trello here. It doesn't matter. The point is, we do a bit where I have a Raspberry Pi and I go, and I throw it over my shoulder and it like explodes when it lands and then another one explodes and then the things that come out of the explosions are cool things you can do with the Raspberry Pi. So I'm like, it's a chain reaction of innovation and it shows like a media server and like some cool stuff. That's exactly the kind of thing that a bunch of high school kids would come up with, except now we have production values. And I think it's those kinds of projects that are the ones that stick with you years later.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, should we do a couple more merch messages and then we'll move on to some more topics?
Probably.
All right, hit us, Dan.
Okay, I've got a few here for you.
Oh yeah, and I need to tell XQC that he owes me 10 grand.
It's 10 grand.
Oh, sorry, a grand. I wish it was 10 grand. I should have bet him 10 grand.
Yeah.
I heard he's a gambler. Like I
He
probably
is.
could have. I probably could have made a lot more money based on knowing that ChatGPT was coming.
Yeah.
I also think I cut my hand open on his motherboard, but whatever.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Did you file a report?
Yes. This one's from David. No, it was just a little tiny scratch.
No. Did it bleed?
No. This is from David. Luke, have you ever enjoyed hosting again? And when your team gets back in full capacity, will we see more of you on the main channel and Tech Linked?
Did it say, have I ever? Is that actually...
Have you enjoyed hosting again?
Oh, yeah. When your team gets back to full capacity is a very astute observation. I can basically say I won't really be hosting much in the near future. Maybe a little bit to do with this AMD graphics card thing we're doing, but I am freaking slammed right now because of some things that are going on. But yeah, once that gets resolved, maybe something here or there. I don't know. It's never going to be like a lot or consistent again. I do too many other things, but it's been fun coming in every once in a while and doing whatever. Yeah.
All right, one more.
Okay, this is from Matthew. Tracksuit Gang, my wife wants to know what insights you gained from the Women's Merch Survey. Is there anything you can share?
I wish we could just ask Bing.
Women be complicated.
That makes sense.
They agreed on nothing.
Yep.
Like there was no consensus in terms of size, preferences. Oh man. Basically, as far as I can tell, for us to satisfy the women in our audience, we would have to have, 4 times the product offering, and it would be applicable to maybe 5% of the total potential.
I think on average, they are much more complicated shapes.
Oh, for sure.
Right? Like a lot of guys are very like just boxy frame, right?
Yeah.
So
it's basically a box or a box with a bulge sticking out of the front of it.
yeah,
Like it's like realistically, right?
it's a lot less complicated to make general designs for average.
And
male
men don't
shapes.
expect things to fit as tightly,
Yeah.
like it's a different.
That makes sense too.
Like honestly, some of our early garments, looking back on them, they weren't that great. They were probably the best thing like a dude who's just only ever shopped at Walmart has ever put on. But I think the standards are a little bit different.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
just your average tech bro is like, wow, this is like
It was pretty good.
not shit.
This is better than every like trade show shirt I've gotten.
Huh. Spending money works. I'm not trying to generalize or whatever. The reality is like that's the world I came from, right?
Me too.
So I was like, these are great.
yeah.
And like obviously we continue to try and do better, but that was where we started, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to another topic. What do you want to talk about? I want to talk about new Chinese phones loaded with malware, and also non-Chinese phones loaded up with seemingly unnecessary amounts of software. So a study has found that new Android phones are being sold with spyware embedded in the OS and pre-installed apps in China, which is a massive shocker. Popular phone vendors like OnePlus, Oppo, Realme, and Xiaomi, as well as network providers and services like BAidu, are collecting huge amounts of sensitive personal information from users. And, this is wild, the devices continue transmitting data even when they leave the country or when the SIM card isn't installed.
Yeah.
The private sector in China typically has a close relationship with the government, which raises concerns about broader surveillance. So that's pretty wild.
I'm wondering about the SIM card not installed thing. Like, do they have some like shadow eSIM thing going on, or are they talking just over Wi-Fi?
You can place an emergency call when you don't have a SIM card in. So I've always just kind of assumed that
There's
SIM
a way.
Yeah, I don't actually know a ton about exactly how mobile network authentication works. I've never had a reason to
I
look
believe
into
there's
it.
a bypass for emergency calls.
Well, there is. Yeah, you can have no SIM in your thing, and you can definitely place it. I know for a fact you can make an emergency call. So who operates that network that your calls carry? I don't know. But the point is that it's obvious to me that you absolutely can do stuff.
I think there's some.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure there's like an agreement with all telcos, at least in North America, where you have to service that call if you're the nearest tower.
Sure.
It
Yeah,
just
that
like
makes sense.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. Nothing gets charged. It's something you have to do.
In more
think.
in more surprising news, Samsung's Galaxy S23 series phones are coming packed with, I kid you not, 55 gigabytes of uninstallable bloatware.
The uninstallable part.
Uninstallable. No, it's uninstallable.
Oh.
For comparison, the system partition is only 15 gigabytes on the Pixel 7, which contains 2 copies of Android, 1 redundant copy for the sake of background OS updates. Oh, this is an interesting note. Samsung is the only major OEM to not use this 2 OS system. The massive storage partition of the S23 then is probably due to inefficient code and the fact that Samsung is both contractually obligated to install a suite of Google apps and also insists on installing their own suite of store brand clones for those apps for the sake of looking like they have their own thriving ecosystem. For the sake of looking like they have their own thriving ecosystem, Samsung likewise auctions off space in the partition to other companies and apps. Whew. Okay. So I guess we're supposed to look at this phone, which is apparently untouched, and we're supposed to evaluate how much crap is on it.
So
Dan's not here. So Dan, not now. Bye. Dan. Oh, I heard back from XQC. I said, it's here. I think you owe me $1,000. Maybe do a stream reacting to the ChatGPT being part of the latest WAN show. He says, will do. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha.
Nice. Perfect.
All right. Hey, Dan, could I get a close-up, please? Close-up? On Luke. Because that seems closer. Oh, okay. Well, sure. Yeah, that'll do. So this is weird. There's not that much on here. There's Google Apps. There's a handful of... way to go, Dan. There's a small handful of Samsung apps. So then, oh, wow. I like our battery percentage, though. Nice. Oh, no, Dan.
Oh, my.
Dang it, Dan.
What's going on, Dan?
Okay. And then, so what? Is the storage even full? It's what? What the
It just says it's good?
No, there's 55 gigabytes consumed. There's nothing on here. That's it. How is that even possible?
What's going on in those folders? Is there like hidden stuff?
Google, Chrome, Gmail, Maps, and YouTube.
Where's the Samsung proprietary stuff?
Bixby, Messages, and My Files. They've even got OneDrive on here. And that's it?
Where is everything?
Yeah, what? Okay, so now...
Can you go into that internal storage and figure out like what it all is?
Hold on just a gosh darn minute here.
Yeah, there we go.
System.
You can't click on it.
55.22 gigs. Okay, I kind of assumed that the bloat was going to be just a ton of apps.
Me too. I mean, that's what the notes
We're good, Dan. I didn't think it was going to be just...
It said they're uninstallable. Can you go to uninstall
So maybe
programs?
it must be uninstallable then. I think that might have just been a typo. That is mind-boggling. So our discussion question here then...
Oh, check the apps section in settings and see for disabled apps. Interesting. That's from Brandmo in Floatplane Chat.
Okay. Well, I'm into...
Handyman in chat is saying that it's because of GB versus GIB, and tech journalists don't know anything.
Gigabit? No, these are big bytes.
Are you
And
sure?
it also says 55 used, which is 10% of a 512 gig phone. So no, that's just definitely not right.
All right. Go to like uninstall and current status of apps and stuff. Look for disabled apps and what apps it lets you uninstall.
Sure.
Because I feel like things are hidden.
Yeah, that could very well be. Reset app preferences. Dude, there's sorry, I'm just here, we'll go back to
There's just nothing?
Go back to the Luke cam. No, it's good enough, Dan. It's good enough. Okay. There's nothing in here. Like that's it.
Really not. a lot.
No, AR emoji is 172 kilobytes, like dictionary, 4.1 kilobytes. Nothing in here is over 10 megs.
Handyman, just link the article, my dude.
That's mind-blowing. And you know what's funny is I was actually about to buy one of these. Yvonne needs a new phone, and I need something with dual SIM and something that's Android. She's got a handful of
Potential
requirements.
question for you. Does it matter? There's 512 gigs on there. You have over 400 gigs of storage.
Right, but not every SKU has 512 gigs of storage in it. So, like, if you have a lower storage
What's
version...
the lowest storage of the S? This is what, the S23?
Let's have a look.
Galaxy S23, yeah.
S23. Is it possible some of it is, like, reserved space? Like I'm talking, like swap file stuff? Like, I don't... Again, this is something I've just never really needed to look into. Is there any reason for them to have some reserved space? Because I could see that being part of it. 128? No, wait, hold on. I'm going to check. No, it's 256. So if you're talking about a fifth of your capacity being taken up by just an utterly bloated operating system, that's ridiculous. And even if you are talking about a tenth of it, even if I do have 90% of my storage, why is that good enough? Well, okay, hold on a second. I mean, with how much space Windows takes up, especially when solid-state drives were first coming to prominence in mobile Windows-based laptops, Windows would take up a substantial amount of your boot drive. Like if you bought a system with 128 gigs or 256 gigs, it was significant. Yeah, that's tough. So how do you...
Yeah, this article is saying, so this is an article from notebookcheck.net.
Yeah.
Saying if these accusations are true, then the Galaxy S models with 128 gigabytes of storage would offer just over 50% capacity for user data and apps. Checking on a 128 gigabyte version of the Galaxy S22 Ultra reveals that this is not the case. If the screenshot below shows, the device reserves 26.09 gigabytes for system.
Is it reserving some space just for like wear leveling on the SSD? That's the most plausible explanation that I can think of.
Conversely, a 512 gigabyte version of the S23 Ultra uses 55.23 gigabytes for system.
That would also explain why the S23, so people are just posting their Samsung phones and how much space system is taking up. So like 128 gig ones are more like 25 gigs, like half the size. And you know what? It would kind of make sense for it to not scale linearly with storage, if it was for wear leveling, like if it was for increasing the longevity of the SSD, because the bigger the SSD, the less the total capacity of it is likely to be written, and the less spare area you need to allocate in order to extend its life. If that's what they're doing, I'm super okay with it. Like, I'm the kind of person who has my phone set to only charge to 85% every night, so that it is never sitting at 100% charge, and then I try to grab it before it manages to reach zero. But a lot of people here are saying, no, it's definitely hidden apps. I think this is absolutely a developing story, and we don't want to... Oh, apparently, yes, they do allocate some space for wear leveling, but it's not part of the 55.
Yeah, people are saying that it's not reported in that section.
Oh, this is not good. Not cool. Man, Samsung doesn't need more controversy right now with the dying SSDs that they've got going on right now, and just
Exploding
generally
batteries back in the day.
being
They've had some
Samsung.
issues. Yeah.
I'm sure they've done something wrong. Huh.
It's interesting.
Well, why don't we talk about the trip down to Los Angeles and the collab with XQC?
Yeah.
I have a new favorite, totally deranged gadzillionaire story. So, my old favorite one was to do with Mr. Beast's like production process. That was like my favorite story to tell. Just like the guy's like so laser focused on just like productivity and like maximizing his day that there's some pretty sort of mind blowing to me. Who, people have been telling me I should have an assistant for like better part of a decade at this point. And people were surprised to find out that I had one in that assistant swap video because he only just started. He started less than 6 months ago. By the way, I'd like to address something from that video. the number of people that are mad at me about being so like disrespectful that I barely even talk to my assistant or look at him or whatever, and that's why I didn't notice. Do you know why I wasn't talking to him? Do you know why I wasn't paying attention to him?
Because he's in recovery?
Because I thought he was at work after having gone through eye surgery and mouth surgery. I was trying to interact with him as little as humanly possible.
Not use them as much.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I barely talked to him. Because he shouldn't have been at work.
Evil person.
It's so frustrating, man. Like, it's honestly frustrating how determined some people are to find the absolute worst possible explanation for anything that I do.
Yeah.
Anything I do, it absolutely blows my mind.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back to the XQC thing. So my new favorite deranged thing is he was talking about this on stream, so I'm not disclosing something that is private information or anything like that. But as a streamer, he moves around a lot, and we probably don't need to explain why that would be. A lot of streamers move around a lot just for security and privacy, right? You know, they're public figures.
Definitely.
And being live is different from recording VODs, right? Like I worked across multiple countries, you know, this week, and there was no disruption to our upload schedule. Live, you don't have that luxury. If you don't have somewhere to stream from, like, you're not producing. That's it. It's that simple. So anyway, he moves around a fair bit. And I didn't know that. I have to confess, I hadn't watched a ton of his streams. Like, I'm not going to hide from it. I might read the comments once in a while, but I don't, like, I'm paying attention to his career, but I'm not watching the streams.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't aware of this, but when I walked in, I was kind of like taken aback by how bare things were. Like, it felt like, you know that scene in How the Grinch Stole Christmas? After the Grinch takes everything but the wire hanging on the wall, you know, and the crumb on the floor for the mouse, right? Like,
he steals the crumb at the very end.
Like, it was like weird. It was like there's a lot of like boxes, but not a lot of furniture, you know. And so he was explaining that it came up because I needed some electrical tape, and I was like, oh, what are the odds? Do you have any electrical tape? Because I wanted to cover up some loose contacts that I was worried were going to short. And it takes him about 5 seconds. There's this toolbox that's right there in the room. Grabs some electrical tape, new in packaging, throws it to me. I'm like, oh, well, that's impressive, because even with my perfectly organized garage that I love talking about, it probably would have taken me more like 10 seconds, even though my garage is perfectly organized. Anywho, I was like really impressed. And he goes, oh, well, don't be that impressed. That's a brand new toolbox full of brand new tools. I've like never touched it, basically. And I'm like, sorry, what? Okay, why do you have it? And he explains that he has an Amazon wish list that has all the essentials for living.
Every time he moves,
and what he does is every time he moves, he rebuys everything sent straight to the new address. So it's all just there in boxes when he arrives. He unpacks it. He said he brings with him his CPU and like monitor, like maybe, I don't even know if he mentioned his keyboard, honestly. And by CPU, I think he might have meant tower, because I doubt he's going to like pull the CPU out of the socket.
Yeah.
But it sounds like, other than what fits in the back of a car, he takes absolutely nothing with him and just rebuys everything. I'm like,
wow. All right. I mean, it's a hassle.
I mean, packing is a pain.
And one of the things is, like, I've heard this from a lot of people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and him in particular. As far as my understanding goes, I don't watch either, but again, I follow careers. He has more streamed hours than, like, anyone. He's just always online.
I'll tell you this. Just being there with him that one time, guy's a tank.
Yeah.
An absolute unit. Like, I don't think it was out of rudeness at all. But I don't think the thought entered his mind at all of, like, food.
Yeah.
Like, for real. He had been live for almost 5 hours when we arrived. We were there for, I think, like 3.5 or 4. And by the time I was back at my hotel, having dropped off Andy and, you know, said hi to the family and stuff, he was still online. And I'm sitting here going, like, it's a good thing that we stopped for some Mickey D's on the way there, because otherwise we wouldn't have eaten. And not because I think he was being rude or anything like that.
In.
He's just
As far as my understanding goes,
Streaming.
he does marathon level streams like literally on the daily. Literally. So like he doesn't have time to do that stuff, right? It would be really expensive. It would be more expensive than apparently just buying it.
Yeah. Well, and I've been trying to like think about this, right? Because it's like, on the surface, it makes no sense, right?
It looks common ready.
But I think it's okay. I think it's probably fair to say that major streamers like an XQC have a more mainstream appeal than someone like me. Like, I think it's fair to say that XQC is more famous than me, generally speaking.
Multi-niche.
Like, I don't really have a ton of appeal outside
especially
of tech.
as a variety gamer, which I believe he is.
Yes. So if I were to walk into a Best Buy, yeah, obviously people are going to be like, "Sup, Linus?" I go into a Micro Center, I get absolutely mobbed, right? But if I go into a garden supplies store, nobody knows who I am,
Yeah.
right? Whereas gaming is mainstream, right? And especially, like you said, if he plays all kinds of different games, then he could appeal to kind of anyone on a certain level, right? And so from a security standpoint, if he hires a moving company, that means that everyone involved in that transaction knows where he came from and where he's going. Whereas if he just orders from Amazon...
Didn't think about that. Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep.
And people do all kinds of weird stuff. Like,
There's got to be like executive, like white glove moving companies where they move like,
maybe,
special people.
but are they everywhere? Can
And
you
it
can
probably
you actually
costs
trust them?
so much.
And it's so much to
anyways.
coordinate that you might as well just
Yeah.
buy everything new. Because people are weird. Like, I've met, like, I don't know, don't want to name any names, but like I've met parents of like my kids' friends, right, who don't immediately disclose that they know who I am.
Yeah. I
They'll
hate
like
that.
interact with me for a bit
Oh,
first.
I hate that so much.
And they're like, "By the way, big fan." I'm kind of like,
Someone very recently.
you need to lead with that.
Yeah. Someone very recently asked me about my biggest pet peeve about fan interactions, and I immediately jumped on that. Hate it. Hate it.
Like, you don't.
Another thing I hate is like if you and I are out to eat and there's someone seated near us and then like we're there for like an hour and then they get up to go leave, and as they're leaving they're like, "By the way, big fan," and they take off. Then my brain just has to go through
What have
like,
we been talking about?
what did we say for the last hour?
Yeah.
Like just
That one I get more.
that one makes a little bit
because,
more
like,
sense. It might be socially awkward
we
to say
weren't
it and then sit
already
there.
talking, and like I know you can just tell by the body language sometimes. I know for some people it would have been very stressful for them to acknowledge me and then sit there like
Eating. Yeah, the dining one, honest, I get it more as well. It's just, it's still, as much as I understand it, it still racks my brain.
Yvonne's. I'm really careless about it, to be perfectly honest with you.
me too.
We should just assume people are watching at all times. I was in line for some attraction with Yvonne, and I was talking about revenue numbers for like the last year and the next year and projections with like Screwdriver. This was before the launch, and Yvonne's like, "Okay, you're not speaking vaguely enough. Like, I'll keep it kind of could be anything."
Yeah.
But she's like, "If someone knows who you are, they're going to put two and two together. They're not stupid." And like later on, they must not have heard her say that, at least, because the person in front of us in line turned around and was like, "Big fan, by the way." I'm like, "Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I hope that was nebulous enough."
Yeah.
Because it was pretty detailed, like financial information about the company. Oh no. Yeah.
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 Linus isn't into OPSEC? No. Anyways.
Anyway, it was definitely a different experience. Even though obviously I stream, like we're streaming for, how many people are watching
It's
right now?
not the same.
We're
Yeah.
Look, we're streaming for over 20,000 people right now. Like probably
It's
close to 25 by the time
still
you
not
factor
the
in
same.
Floatplane. It's not 80,000.
We like
And
hang out in his area, but it's his area.
yes.
It's their area, I should say.
Yes.
Because there's lots of other major streamers and stuff.
And aside from just the volume, honestly, maybe this is weird. Like maybe I shouldn't have a
visitors in this space.
parasocial relationship or whatever the opposite, whatever the counter of a parasocial relationship is with some, with an influencer or whatever. But like when I'm on WAN show, I'm in my space.
Yeah.
I'm with, hold on, my peeps, right? I'm hanging with you guys who, whoops, what did I press? Okay, there we go. And I consider you guys just like part of the in crowd here. We're hanging. Like WAN Show is its own entity that I don't know. I just almost have like a completely different brain space for it. I am often too candid on WAN Show. I'm often too transparent because the way that I see it is like, well, you guys will understand, and if you don't, then I probably need to explain it better. You know what I mean? Like, I'm among friends, I guess, is the way that I kind of feel about WAN Show. On XQC's stream, it's not like they didn't know who I was, a lot of them. It's not like they weren't down. One of his top spammed emotes is my face.
Your face.
Like, for real, though.
Yeah. Apparently, XQC has been online for 20 minutes so far and already has 31,000 viewers.
Yeah, there you go. But they're not, like, my peeps. And so the pressure that I felt was not just about the sheer number of people watching and the expectations that come with that, but about that for a lot of people, this was their first and maybe only ever actual interaction with me doing anything other than making a silly face into my selfie camera once or twice. And so I was deeply worried that I wasn't going to solve the problem. Like, I went way overkill. I brought one of basically everything to completely build a new system if it came to that. Like, if I couldn't figure it out.
I mean,
but
yeah,
I felt like not figuring it out and just building a new computer was such a cop-out. That was not the outcome I wanted. I wanted to solve it.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to go find the problem. Speaking of which, Dan, you had a chance to actually have a look at the motherboard. Was my diagnosis correct, or was I barking up the wrong tree? They'll hear it here first. Does he even have a microphone?
It's muted. There we go. No, you'll hear about it on Monday because I haven't looked at it yet.
Oh.
Because I've been dealing with other things.
Okay.
It was on my desk. It did graze my hand,
He's
as I
been a
said.
busy man.
It's very heavy. It's a nice motherboard. But I will have an update for you next week if that works.
All right.
Sorry
Sounds
to
good.
disappoint.
Thanks. Okay. BNT Masher, no, we do not have a solution for that yet, but we will definitely make sure you get taken care of. Yeah, so there, I was stressed, like more stressed than I've been on any live stream, like even when things go wrong. So things weren't even going wrong, and I was still super stressed. I had no way of getting more replacement parts if I needed them. Micro Center was closed, and not to mention the with LA traffic, no matter how close Micro Center is, it takes a long time to get there. You know how things are down there. So I was shaking in my boots. Be perfectly upfront with you. Why don't you give us a couple more merch messages, Dan? Let's get some good Q&A going here.
All right, that sounds great. I've got one here from William.
Wait, what?
Hey.
Hold on.
Oh, no.
Ubisoft partners with police to monitor online harassment?
Oh, God.
What? First, how it works is first the officers specialized in responding to online abuse will train Ubisoft's moderation team in their center in Newcastle for spotting, assessing, and currently... Okay, well, that's something. Okay, nope, let's do merch messages. Okay.
Okay. This one's from William. Hey, Linus, it said that tech monopolies are bad. Do you think an argument can be made that TSMC's monopoly in the chip industry is good, as it creates a silicon shield around one of the biggest tech centers in the world?
Well, that silicon shield is going to be eroding over the next 3 to 5 years. I mean, Intel and the US&A have made it very clear that they intend to bring cutting-edge semiconductor manufacturing onto U.S. soil in order to, as far as I can tell, and we're getting into geopolitics that are obviously more complicated than any of this, but to essentially, as far as I can tell, put themselves in a position where they don't have to defend Taiwan anymore. And so that if China ultimately decided, yoink, they could basically go, maybe we'll do something, but we don't have to do something. They're not quite a monopoly. I mean, Samsung still does have fairly leading-edge fab capabilities. And Intel obviously has fairly leading-edge fab capabilities and seems to be determined to play some catch-up here over the next little while. But I would say that for the citizens of Taiwan, absolutely, the TSMC shield around their island nation has been beneficial. For everyone else, though, for the general consumer, no, I don't think it's beneficial to have a monopoly in any space. It's for the same reason that I would never argue that Linus Media Group Incorporated having a monopoly in like tech benchmarking would be a good thing, because
I've always said that you should pull from multiple sources.
Absolutely. It's the best thing for consumers.
Okay, I've got another one here from Kevin. Your quality products and great customer service are why I keep buying products. Question. What's the most dangerous thing you've ever done, life and limb?
Oh.
I don't know. I've done some pretty stupid stuff. Like, why don't we limit it to just for work? I would say
That's
that
so
the most dangerous. Oh my goodness. That time I did a flip off the fence with basically no training whatsoever.
Oh yeah, that's pretty bad.
That was really stupid. Like,
Yeah.
I could have easily broken a leg, broken my neck.
Why did we jump off fences so much? There was an era there where like every couple weeks we were jumping off of tall fences.
Yeah, I don't know.
I never thought about that before, but that was totally a thing.
Some of the stuff I pulled painting houses, not properly harnessed, just to like get that one thing, like I would not do as an adult, and I would absolutely like flip if I saw my kids doing. I could have died many times on houses. Yeah, I'd say those are the most dangerous things I've ever done. I'll kind of do anything to get the job done when it comes to just like risking it for the biscuit, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we're both sort of flawed that way.
Yeah. There's been an
Parkour!
actually
Get that
considerably
parkour!
large amount of times where I've been like, wow, if I was, like a certain amount of inches to the left, I wouldn't be here anymore. There's been way too many of those, and I wish I cared enough about them to remember them all, but I honestly just don't. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on.
It is what it is. This is not a recommendation.
Do
Okay.
as we say, not as we do.
Yeah.
This one's from Scott. Linus Luke, some people hold on to their old game consoles for nostalgia, while others will sell their systems to help pay for a newer one. Which one are you?
Sell.
Sell? Have you ever sold a piece of technology that you later regret?
No, because you can always replace it. Okay, that's a lie. I wish I still had my ViewSonic P95F Plus B, my old CRT monitor. That thing was sick. I mean, okay, no, that's a bad answer because things are definitely better now. There were times when I regretted it being gone, but not really. It was heavy. I regret selling my Klipsch Prometheus Ultra 5.1 speakers. There, I regret selling those. They're nothing has really moved into their space for like high-end PC surround like desktop speakers. Those things were flippin' amazing. Same with my Monsoon MM2000s. I would have kept those and not even bothered with the Klipsches if I had realized that they were going to be so impossible to replace. Is there anything that you've regretted getting rid of? Because like a game console is so commodity.
I should have gotten rid of more things, and I need to continue getting rid of more things. There's been times where I've regretted it. There's been times where I got rid of something too soon, but it isn't that I shouldn't have gotten rid of it eventually. I just got rid of it too soon. So there's been times where I like traded in games to try to get a new game, or traded in a console with games to get the new console and less games or whatever. And there are times where my dad kind of like roasted me because he's like, yeah, you shouldn't have done that. Not because I shouldn't have done it at all, but because again, I did it too early.
The Logitech Z680s were trash, by the way. I went from the Monsoons to the Logitech Z680s. I was so disappointed by the sound quality of the Logitech Z680s that I went and I turned around and I spent like twice as much of money I did not have to get the Prometheus Ultra 5.1s. Actually, I think I might have gone with GigaWorks S700s first. And then I forget why I wasn't happy with those. And then I ultimately settled on the Klipsch Prometheus. All right, hit me.
Okay, this one's from Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Hi, Linus and Luke. Finally catching you live from the UK.
Oh, wait, I'm going to interrupt for a second. I kind of regret selling my first gen Switch because it's like the moddable one. And I mean, with that said, you can buy them. Like, I don't know. That's the thing is, like, as a working adult,
And storage is really expensive.
yeah, it's often, and like, I don't even just mean personally, like even for work, a lot of the time, even if it's something I think we could probably use again later, I would rather just sell it now, let it depreciate in someone else's hands, and then if we need one again, we have a whole like procurement department now. Okay, get another one, eBay it, and then that way on the off, in the more likely scenario that we don't ultimately need one again, hey, we have the money now.
My thing is, like, I live in a small apartment. I can't keep all this stuff. I like actually can't. There isn't enough room.
Yeah, it's not practical.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, someone's from the UK, Robert, something.
Well, Robert loves seeing you so excited over the ChatGPT Bing search. My question is, when were you last excited about a breakthrough in tech?
Oh, well, VR was really exciting for me.
Original ChatGPT.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can almost remember it. Like it was, yeah.
Check out LMG clips.
Yeah, VR.
I think it's the same though. Either the original ChatGPT launch, or
I was pretty jacked on
VR.
Stereo 3D at the time. I was jacked for
that.
where it was headed. It was always too headache inducing
Yeah.
with the shutter glasses. I couldn't play with shutter glasses. They hurt. But I was jazzed for like Stereo 3D to get better and cheaper, and then it just didn't really happen.
Yeah.
Okay, this one's from Stuart. Hey, Linus and Luke, finally buying merch to see if y'all are serious about quality. My question, what's the most obscure thing you keep on hand at all times? I still carry a 30-pin connector in my backpack, and it actually came in handy last week.
I had a 30-pin in my backpack up until less than 6 months ago, even though I haven't owned a product. I only ever owned one product that used that connector, an iPhone 4. I never had an iPod. That was the only, okay.
We both still use the same headphone case to organize things.
Mine's broken. It just broke, and I lost my IE80s. I don't know what happened. I opened up my case, which I still have and sort of works, on set recently, and they just weren't in there. I must have taken them out to like quickly something,
Whoa.
and I didn't put them back in, so I need new headphones.
That's a crazy end of an era. That was a long era.
Had those forever.
Yeah.
And I like splurged on the inline mic cable from Sennheiser, like first party one that actually had a decent mic. Like I hosted WAN show from that thing when I was in Hawaii.
Yeah.
Like from that headset. Maybe
Wow.
that's where I left it. I don't know. I'm frustrated though.
Are those the ones with the black and white like stripe cables?
Maybe. I don't remember. Sorry, I don't think so. So sorry, you were gonna say your weird headphone case?
Well, I was just saying it's obscure. We both have it.
Yeah, I guess
It's this
so.
like weird SteelSeries headphone case that we both held on to for some reason. I
It's
don't
from
know.
their Flux series.
Yeah, I don't think either of us actually used the headphones. But they had this little
No,
like
they
pouch
sucked. Yeah,
case.
this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
I
weird
still
little
use that.
pouch case. So yeah, my headphones are not in here, but I have my USB-C to 3.5 mil, my Lightning to 3.5 mil, and an extra pair of ear tips for the Sennheiser IE80s, even though my stupid headphones
Yeah, mine
are
has
no longer in here.
old wired ear pods and then a few different adapter thingies, fairly similar setup. Other than that, though, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have it on me right now, but I almost always have an ATX power supply depinning tool
Yeah.
and a Molex depinning tool. And man, that came in super handy in the Intel Arc Challenge because I needed to depin a PCIe connector, and it uses the same size pins as a 24-pin, same size pins as the 4 and the 8-pin CPU connector. So I almost always have one of those on me as well.
This is super not obscure, but I carry a paper clip for a similar reason, just so I can bridge power supplies.
Mm-hmm.
One of the like actually just metal ones, not coated with stuff. Yeah.
Okay, got one here from Taylor. If you could choose one modern item to bring back in time and give to people in the 16th century, What would it be and why?
It's very specific. One item.
16th century.
Okay. Wow. And so I just give it to them? That's it?
I would assume so.
What about something that could, like...
Oh, you give to people. So you could, like,
Okay.
hand them out, I would assume.
Condoms. Seriously, contraceptive. Like, do you know how much less prevalent, like, STIs would probably be today if people started using condoms, like, 400, 500 years ago?
16th century. I think it would be like a not actually that advanced, but still medical textbook.
A textbook. That's a better answer.
Because, like, you wouldn't want to bring, like, a phone because it's going to die.
Yeah, or like a car or whatever.
Yeah, like, as
Yeah, medical textbook. That's good. Good answer. I changed my answer to medical textbook. Actually, I changed my answer to engineering textbook. There.
cool.
Okay. All right. Carry on.
This
Soap. Chat's answers are amazing.
What's the crop thing that changed the world?
DDT.
I'm going to bring the Roundup. This is from...
Oh, no.
It just kills everything. Roundup, like a cocktail of Roundup and rat poison. Just hope they don't drink it.
Roundup and condoms.
Because man, people consume some weird stuff. Like, how did we ever discover cheese? Like,
Oh, there's a
who's
lot
just
of-
like, I'm gonna eat this.
There's a lot of things down that rabbit hole.
Like freaking man, is it like cottage cheese? Is like someone's like, yeah, this has like been fermenting for months. I'm just gonna
Basically,
like eat
anything
this.
that's fermented, it's like, bro.
What are you thinking?
Yeah. What about that puffer fish that, like, if you cook it incorrectly, you just die?
Yeah.
It's like, why did you keep trying?
Yeah.
Like, jeez. I don't know.
Okay, this one's from David. Let me just catch my breath here. I sadly just barely missed out on the Labs and Office Tour add-on packs for LTX. Is there any chance you guys will open more slots?
We've talked about it. Colton and Chase want to try to open some more spots, but the reality of it is that there's a finite number of people that we can filter through here during that time, and we don't want the people who have purchased tours already to feel like they're being rushed so we could just like squeeze more money out of people. That's not the goal of LTX. Like we didn't have enough VIP or like whale packages for the demand, but if we triple the number of VIP spots, well, then you're not really very VIP anymore, are you? Right? Like, it's got to be a limited number of people. Otherwise, we can't really give them the attention that that they need. So I don't think we're going to expand it a ton, but I do think they're going to try to offer some more. As for how they will dole those out, I have no idea.
By the way, something you might want to look into is there's actually a bunch of people posting in Flipplane chat right now recent videos that you wore the IE80s in.
I wore them while reacting to worst LTT videos. That's almost certainly when I lost it then.
They might be in the couch. Goodbye. Do you want me to check? Oh, he's gone.
Do you want to? Is there one that I can answer without Linus?
I'm
You can
sure.
keep it going.
I might have already done it, unfortunately. Hi, Linus. There might be some in potential. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I'm skipping through things as well. We'll find something. I can answer this one. There's one in potential, I guess. Will there ever be another Scrapyard Wars? I'll put that as a probably not. There is none planned right now. I would say it's unlikely. I learned a long time ago that it's a little bit of a danger noodle to be steadfast with certain things because the internet will try to hold you to it. But I'll say, yeah, pretty hard, probably not. It kind of ran its course, guys. I love it as well, but we've kind of done everything that's going to be really interesting, and we would pretty much have to change hosts because Linus is way too recognizable. Yeah, it would just change a lot.
I've got one here that you could probably answer. It's,
Okay.
an add-on. Align your moral compass. My wife works for Kids Help Phone. Due to high demand, they do not always get convos recorded, REQ. Do you think using a supervised AI chatbot will fill the gap? Would it be right? And I had no idea. Yeah.
What is this thing even? Kids Rec Phone? What is that?
To get Kids Help Phone. It's Kids Help Phone.
Kids Help Phone. What is that though?
I think that's like you're a child, you call the help phone and you get help or advice.
Is it
or-
like, hello, I am in danger?
I think so.
Or is it like, hello, how do I make a peanut butter and jam sandwich?
Confidential, anonymous, and free. It's like online and telephone counseling and volunteer-led text-based support in English. and
Yeah,
French.
I don't think these technologies are ready for that yet. The potential for harm there is extreme. So let's not.
Let's take the money that we make with them and fund Kids Help Fund.
Yeah, it seems like a good thing to fund. The reason why I'm kind of dragging here is because it seems not good to not answer them. But I wouldn't want to drive them down the wrong path with an AI that's
This looks
answering
promising,
poorly.
Linus.
Maybe like a smart FAQ where it could only spit out answers that were pre-written. Something like that.
No dice, but I do think we're on the right track because I remember plugging into a splitter so that we could all use the same output, and probably it's like still plugged into that, sitting in like the writer's bin for that
Was
project or
this
something.
when I was there? Was that video?
No, different video.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, here's another one from Adam. Heyo, Luke and Linus. Happy Friday. What's your favorite feature of any car you've owned? P.S. Any ETA on the Linus new car wrap reveal video?
We shot it today.
Oh no,
New wrap?
It's bad.
There's a new wrap?
I saw it today.
Did you write it?
How bad is it? Oh no, not that kind of wrap, like a vinyl wrap. Oh, look how disappointed he is. I
That's
assure you,
genuinely so much less interesting.
I assure you, it's funnier than any rap that I would write.
Are you sure?
Boo!
Do you think I would find it funnier?
It's pretty bad.
Okay.
It is ridiculous.
Okay, I'm a little excited then.
Yeah, like
I would have been more excited if you wrote a rap.
I wouldn't look at a place in this tracksuit with chains.
Oh,
Getting out of that car.
that's fun.
Uh-huh.
Is it like digital camo or something?
You'll have to see it.
Okay.
I'll show you
All
after.
right.
It's it's cringe. Yeah.
Timing.
Anywho, what were we talking about again?
Try
What's your
to-
favorite car feature
Oh, my favorite car feature.
of any car that you have owned?
Probably the Go pedal.
The go. Why you got to be like an asshole about it? Just answer the question. Come on.
I've only owned 2 cars.
Okay. My dad drove a New Yorker when I was a kid.
Oh,
And every time
We had one of those.
You're a New Yorker? You're a New Yorker?
New Yorker
enthusiast?
Broham, 1972, I think it was.
Okay. I had no idea how obscure and like weird the cars my dad drove when I was a kid were. He also had an MG convertible,
whoa.
Like-
whoa.
white with the green stripe, and I'm sitting here going
Whoa.
like, apparently that was a super cool car, and I just
Yeah.
had no idea at the time. Anyway, my dad drove a New Yorker, and one of the features on it, so this is in the mid 90s, right? One of the features on it that just, or early 90s maybe, that just tickled me so much. Like it was kind of way ahead of its time in a number of ways. It had a digital speedometer, for example, instead of like a needle, which blew my mind at the time, and it talked to you. Okay? So if, for example, I got in and I didn't manage to get the door closed all the way, instead of beeping or like having a little light that flashed up, it had a voice that said, "A door is ajar." And the first time I heard it, it's one of those like childhood memories, right? The first time I heard it, I was with one of my friends, okay? Axel, if you're out there, sup. Okay? I was with one of my friends, and we both just lost it. We're like,
Of course.
"A door's ajar? A door's a door, you dumb
You have to, because the first time you hear that, it sounds crazy. Yeah, of course. That totally makes sense.
So that was, I mean, to call that my favorite feature of any car I've ever owned, I think would be a bit of a stretch.
Most amusing feature, maybe.
But it's probably the one that I enjoyed the most in the
Yeah.
moment. A door is ajar. Oh man, I freaking love it. Apparently, like comedians have done bits on this and stuff. Okay, I had no idea. I thought I was just a 8-year-old being amused by my car.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I miss my stick shift from my Civic. That's for sure.
Not surprised.
Man, I don't know. Like Android Auto is pretty great. It's a really boring feature. Honestly, like car features.
I do find it hilarious how you have trouble calling like Yvonne using your thing, and my car has no problem calling anyone because it doesn't do any internet stuff.
Yeah.
It's just local search. Whatever they had in 2009 can search my local directory faster and more accurately than Google Voice can, which is so funny. Like if I need to call my girlfriend, it's immediate. Yeah. There's no messing around. Yes, I have to like either import it manually from my phone or enter it manually, which I never do. I just import it from my phone. But it still works. It imports from my modern phone properly. So like, I don't care. Through Bluetooth, everything, like it's, I don't know, it's fine.
I love the backup camera on my Volt.
Yeah.
It is so much better than the Taycan. It's so much better than the Odyssey. It's better than any other car that I have ever driven. It's just zero BS. I can always see out of it.
Yeah.
The lines are actually accurate for where my wheels will go. And it is mind-blowing to me that other cars can't do it that well. I mean, honestly, how hard is it for you guys to do a calibration routine with the car and be like, okay, wheel here, this, okay, check, I don't know, pressure sensors on the floor, whatever, just guess and check for all I care, but it should be accurate. And you know, honestly, the new car is like a mess. The proximity sensors go off. I have the proximity sensor go off like in traffic sometimes. I'm not that close. Chill, bruh.
There's a comment in Flowplane chat from Neko Quen, Necho Chuen. Oh man, sorry, I don't know. That said, Luke's 2009 car is more advanced than my 2012 car. This was actually a problem. I don't know if you remember this. Maybe you do. We tried to do a progression of car technology video.
Oh.
And we were going to use...
I vaguely remember that.
We were going to use my car, and we were working with a car manufacturer so that they could send us like a equivalent tier car from them. It was a different company, though.
Yeah.
And we were going to show them like, look, it's been 4 years. This is all the progression that has been made.
Yeah, cameras are better and this and that.
And it was worse in every measurable way. And then mutually we just decided like, I guess we won't do this video.
Yeah. That was amazing.
Question mark? And just moved on. Yeah, that was it. I don't know. It was an equivalent to your car. It was as expensive as if you bought the same model of my car, but new. It just, I don't know. It was weird. I was pretty, as a like computer tech guy, not a car tech guy, I was pretty surprised. But since then, I
think things would get better.
Yeah, since then I am not as surprised.
Now we know.
Yep.
Okay, this one here is from Ernest. Hey, Linus, I know you're a water cooling PC fan. If you ever made a water hardline toolkit, what would you include that current kits don't include or have?
What would I include? Man, I don't know. I like fittings that don't hurt your fingers when you're trying to do them up. I don't think I have any brilliant ideas for that. I mean, honestly, I would try to avoid any bends whatsoever. You know what? Here, I would try to include this. I would love to, this is like so early that someone's gonna, it's a really good idea. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't talk about this. I decline to answer your question. I have a really good idea for a water cooling product, and it's the kind of thing that the smart business thing to do would probably be to design it, patent it, and release it. It's a pretty cool product idea. And the idea, the goal of it would be to make hardline water cooling a lot easier by simplifying the process of doing all the bends and cutting all the lengths. I don't think it's something that someone else will do, but if they do, then great. I'll just tell you guys at the time, but it's a pretty solid idea, and I've already sent it over to the Creator Warehouse team.
Cool.
Sorry. Try to be very open with you guys.
Okay, this one's from Mark. Maybe you'll answer this one. Thank you for your videos getting me into computers. I'm studying data science at the U.S. Air Force Academy and find military tech fascinating, especially fly-by-wire computers. Have you ever considered covering military tech on LTT, or if not, why not?
It's hard. I mean, that's like the whole point.
What, you want to check out a data center of PlayStations in a shipping container?
Well, okay. Like, it's tough. It's not designed to necessarily be cutting edge in the way that we think about things being cutting edge. It's cutting edge and like, this will definitely still be working if it's buried in mud for 6 months and someone walks along and picks it up and is the person who's supposed to be using it. Like, it's a really different kind of design intent, military technology, and any of the stuff that really is like cutting edge the way we would think about it in terms of
anyways.
processing power. Yeah, I would have absolutely no access to whatsoever, and if I did, they'd have to kill me. So there's just not really much for us to say.
Or it'll end up on the War Thunder forums.
Or that. Yeah, if you want to follow it, just hang out on the War Thunder forums.
There was someone who oh no, I don't even want to talk about this.
Okay.
Okay, I'll interrupt you with another question. This one's from Weston. Hey, Linus and Luke, been loving the videos -WAN lately with so many businesses moving online these days. Do you think brick-and-mortar tech stores are a thing of the past, or is there still a need for these establishments?
Oh, absolutely. You still need brick-and-mortar, right? Like, it's...
Retail foot traffic has increased double-digit percentage.
People want to see things before they buy, and more importantly, I think people want that instant gratification. Like, I wanted an RGB, addressable RGB strip for some reason, and I was super frustrated that I couldn't just like go and buy it. And okay, something that that I'm doing right now is I want to paint my helmet and my bike to match, and I didn't want to just like learn about paint online and order something online and hope that it's good. I wanted a personal touch. So I found a local like automotive paint supplier, went in, they were super nice and talked to me and explained stuff, and they mixed up some samples for me free of charge so that I could play around with them in the gun and kind of see what I like and see what works and what doesn't. And that's just something that you're not going to get online. Even with really good online customer service, you can't have that immediate back and forth.
This is from the previous topic, and I'll jump back on what you just said in a second. But Gibberim in Floatplane Chat said, I work in a defense contracting company. In the last year, I designed a new 1394B, aka Firewire board.
Yeah.
Woof. Yeah. It's not necessary. It's a different kind of thing. But yeah, I don't know. I like brick and mortar as well. If I have a brick and mortar option, I'll pretty much always take it. One of my issues with brick and mortar as it is right now, when there's something that I haven't bought a lot of, I don't know where to go.
Yeah, it's tough.
Like just random like household things.
Yeah, where do you go for like a whisk?
I don't exactly.
Yeah, not Williams-Sonoma, I'll tell you that much.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I talked about it on WAN Show recently, but it was the place that we got the blender from for our wedding that we went in.
I remember that.
Like,
Okay.
$400 and walked out with like some cookie cutters and like.
Yeah, I know the blender story. Yeah, for me, traditionally, I've always gone to like, what is it, just like Shoppers Drug Mart?
Oh, yeah, Canadian Tire. Yeah, just go to Canadian Tire.
Yeah, but there's stuff other.
And it's like seasonal too. It's like, no, but I want that now. And it's like, oh, well, you know, it's hot now, but, you know, it will be cold soon, so we don't have any of those anymore. Well,
yeah.
Okay, I mean, I get it, but dang it.
You want a pitcher? Well, we only carry those in the summer because people make more pitcher drinks in the summer, I guess.
It's like, no, I need a pitcher now.
Yeah.
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 All right. Zellers.
Okay. Apparently it is coming back, actually.
I know, again.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to come back.
No, it really doesn't.
Just like Target didn't need to come here. We don't have a shortage of places where you can get like random household not appliances, but like random housewares for not even great prices. Like we're good. It's like Canada is not some like wasteland with, you know, no options for getting a whisk.
We have a lot fewer, but they exist.
Yeah, they're there. Just because Luke can't find them doesn't mean they don't exist.
Oh,
like,
100%.
The guy doesn't know how to buy things. Big surprise. He doesn't buy things.
Yes.
I could find a whisk.
Yeah. This is the problem. Like, I'm not trying to cover it up as something else. I don't know where to go.
All right.
I've actually been like musing about this idea, and I'm not gonna make it because I know I'm the only one that would benefit from it. But like some type of thing where it's like I want this thing to tell me where I can buy this type of item in my local area.
Yeah, I think that'd be super cool.
Like I want a brick-and-mortar alternative.
Top Gear
Tell me where these things
1224 says, hey, you need to be nice to Target Canada. It was a vibe. Yeah, the issue with Target Canada is I think the same issue that almost everyone who's tried to come up into Canada, other than maybe Home Depot and Walmart were reasonably successul, is they come up here going like,
Best Buy.
we can bring they just like bought out Future Shop. Like, I don't know. I feel
Competition delete.
yeah, Future Shop kind of like made their own grave by just not adapting. But I feel like a lot of the more like commodity stores that have tried to come up here and compete have assumed that they can, bring their supply chain management and their economies of scale into Canada, and it'll work just as well as it does in the US. But the issue is that if you come in with this strategy of like building mega stores and trying to just like leverage economies of scale, you're going to run into problems because Canada logistically is really different from the US. We're enormous. The population is spread out extremely, extremely far, but like horizontally essentially. But then you still, when you look at this population number, if you want to access it, you actually have to like spread out a lot, even though it's in this like tiny strip, like right along the border. And then the big thing is that it's not very much. Like there's more people living in the state of California than there are in the entire country of Canada. And so what works there, where you just plonk down a big box store, like, man, the foot traffic in Micro Center when I was down there blew my mind. I'm thinking, how are there this many people who need a computer right now? Like just blew me away.
That
right?
concept genuinely confused me for a really long time. I would see certain stores.
How does Fry's Electronics exist?
I would see certain stores in movies, and my American friends would talk about going to certain stores, and I'd be like, how do they pay the rent? Like, how is there enough people shopping from here? And I was just like, oh.
So what happens
way more people.
is they come up here and figure out, oh, holy crap, our overhead is like really high and the volumes are really low. So while we identified this potential for us to come in and undercut these Canadian idiots who are charging so much, actually, in order for us to survive here, we have to charge the same amount that they do because everything costs so much to operate here. Oh, like Newegg, if NCIX hadn't completely eaten its own tail, Newegg's Canadian launch was disastrous. It was terrible. They just had no idea what they were doing.
Can you ask...
Too soon, Fries. Sorry, everyone.
Can you ask Bing Chat
Oh, sure.
where to buy a whisk in like Cloverdale?
Sure.
Or something? Or something like that. I don't know.
Let's go with spatula.
Sure.
A spatula. Where's a good place to buy a spatula near me? Okay.
Near me. Does it have location
I
services?
don't know. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Let's go. And I don't move around. Location's literally on Google. I have searched the web. You could go to Walmart Canada, which has a variety of kitchen spatulas in different sizes, shapes, and materials. Another option is the Home Depot. Huh. Okay.
I
Really?
guess.
Really? Home Depot spatulas?
Wouldn't it be like plaster spatulas?
Ooh, or like barbecue. Oh, no, okay. Look at that. There's a whole pack of spatulas
What?
for
From Home Depot?
$29 available for pickup. Yep, there you go. All right.
One thing to note is both of these shops now do online and have it shipped to store.
Free delivery on orders over $49. You can pick up your order at a nearby store.
But if you wanted one tonight, they might not have it at the store.
Yeah.
So you
It
couldn't
also
just go
picked
there.
2 gigantic chains and didn't find any of the like smaller, more interesting shops.
Très intéressant. All right, hit me.
Okay. Those are incoming. Hold on. This is from Jacqueline. Does AMD sponsorship for Ultimate Tech Upgrade mean upgrade recipients won't be able to pick NVIDIA GPUs anymore? Or will it just be that one of the components must be AMD?
I don't know. That's a good question, and I will have to get an answer for you on that maybe in one of the videos. I mean, I guess you'll see if there's an NVIDIA GPU. I wouldn't blame AMD if they were like, hey, we'd really prefer if you use Radeon GPUs.
Yeah, I wouldn't either, to be honest.
But also, I think that giving them too much influence over the part selection is going to hurt the integrity of the project. Like with Intel, the only requirement was that we had to use some Intel something. So hopefully we've negotiated a similar deal. So I guess we'll have to see.
Okay, this one's from Trevor. Hey, Linus, just wanted to say I've been a huge fan since about 2012 to 2013, and I'm snatching up the tracksuit right now.
Nice.
Do you have any other plans for different color schemes, such as white as the main color and black stripes?
I think we'd like to do other color schemes, but that's going to be dependent on the success of the classic black with the white stripe.
Okay, got one here from Anonymous.
This one's kind of, yeah, I don't think the other ones would sell anywhere near as well.
I want the white to be LTT orange.
Yeah, like that one might do okay, but I would hazard against making too many of them personally.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I've got one here from Anonymous.
I could see us doing limited edition ones once in a while or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Now that we've got the pattern all sorted out.
Same material as the gold plushie.
Or you could do
I don't know about that.
the white becomes what you wrapped your car in.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, no, I haven't.
No.
Okay.
I want a gold plushie tracksuit now. I like gold.
All right, keep it going.
All right, got one here from Anonymous. You mentioned the celebrity component of your life. Do you agree with the anecdotal story about Eminem, who made a statement to his daughter's high school that when he was at school, he was Marshall, but if he's outside, he's Eminem? Please respect that.
I don't even know what he's talking about.
So
I get it.
Like, in what way?
He
Like,
wants to be referred to as Marshall. He doesn't want to be known as his artist handle when he's dealing with his child's education.
He's a dad at school and outside.
I kind of thought it was like the other way around. I thought he's like, if you see me outside, call me Eminem. Respect that. I thought it was the. Sorry. I see what you mean now. I thought it was like the other way, and I'm sitting here going like, well,
that was weird.
Like, yeah. Like, who cares? Like, if you know people personally and you see them outside of that context in which you know them, all of a sudden you're not on a first name basis anymore? That was the way I took it, and that's probably not
just
right.
Trying to be professional, it makes sense to me.
Okay.
I think it would be a little weird if like the teacher of my child was like, "Yo, Slick."
Yeah. No. Yeah. That's not cool.
No.
Yeah. No. That makes total sense to me. Yep. I've never really had to deal with that.
Well, your name is the company name, so
Much.
It would be impossible.
Mr. Tips?
Well, no, I don't.
When I'm talking to you at school, you call me Linus. When you see me out on the street, you also call me Linus.
Yes,
Please respect that.
Thank you for that.
He talks just like that.
I mean, more in terms of like.
I don't do interpretations. You should hear like my mom.
Impersonations, but yes.
What did I say?
Interpretations. I'm interpreting for you. I'll do interpretations.
That was much more like it.
Yeah.
It's late, man. Whatever.
Yeah, I've never really run into a situation where like a teacher or anything dealing with my kids really knows who I am yet. So I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Yeah.
But I would expect them to just call me Linus and treat me totally normally. That's what I would hope for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this last one's from Ryan. Before we move on to potentials, any updates on Luke's crowbar?
What? Do you know the update?
Well,
I know an update.
You know,
I don't know if I can say it though. Like, I actually don't think I can.
The update is that Nick has forbidden me to talk about the coal bar. He has forbidden me.
Oh, get owned.
Yeah. Are you allowed to talk about the coal bar?
I don't know, but I presume the information that I currently know I would not be allowed to talk about.
Can you mute us for a second?
Oh, that's dangerous.
No, we got this.
I can, just hold on until I say something.
Yeah. We got this.
Wow, I don't like.
Yeah.
Nick and I broing out talking about it. That was.
Oh, I see.
But like.
Okay. Well, I will have to check in with Mr. Nick Light, and I would, except that I accidentally left my phone on with TeamViewer open, and my battery drained because my screen didn't dim, and so my phone is dead. So I can't call him now.
Do you want me to call him?
I mean, yeah, sure, but let's do both of those things. Dan, do you mind throwing my phone on the charger? Thank you. And Luke, yeah, why don't you give him a call?
It's pretty late.
Oh, whatever. He's not going to be asleep.
Okay.
Bro's a gamer. Get real. Podcast with no sound is going to be interesting, says HA in the floatplane chat. Okay, yeah.
Hello?
Hi, this is Luke.
Hi, Luke. What's going on?
We're on WAN show, der.
Wow! Wow!
Hey, so the
Good interpretation.
So anyway,
Yeah.
the peeps asked for an update on the coal bar, and Luke wasn't sure if he's allowed to share what you told him. So, like, does he have a sign off on that, or like, where are we at on that?
We're talking to them. That's about all we can say.
Okay, all right. Okay, thanks.
Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, you have a wonderful evening.
Oh, hey, you too. Enjoy the show.
Oh,
at
yeah.
10 p.m.
Oh yeah, for sure. This is WAN show after dark, baby.
Yeah, this seems to be going very well.
Gone sexual. Okay, bye.
Okay, goodbye.
There you have it. One Mr. Nick Light has not given us the go-ahead to talk about any of that. All right, Dan, hit us.
Yeah, I thought that was the case.
Okay, we're into potentials now. Billy is asking, hey, Luke, Linus, and Dan, what is everyone's favorite/dream car? Will we get a video on Linus's new car?
I liked the Remek Navara until I found out Andrew Tate had one. Now I'm just like, well, apparently that's a car for douchebags. And this is coming from someone sitting here in a tracksuit, not exercising.
With a wrapped car
That
outside.
you made.
That I made.
It's not just your tracksuit, it's your tracksuit.
I actually can't remember the exact name of it, but I think I showed you it because I thought it was cool in Forza.
Ooh, yeah. I actually remember this interaction, but I do not remember the car.
No, and I'm not going to remember it either. I didn't expect you to remember it, to be clear.
Just go with something cool like a '94 Dodge Viper.
A 94 Dodge Viper. Now, if we're going like retro, it was always the Super Bee. Charger Super Bee.
Okay.
Loved that car. But I mean, it's kind of a boat, so it would probably kind of suck to drive around these days.
I want a Corolla GR. If there was like a car that I'd love to just like rip around in these days, that would be sick.
I always thought the NSX was pretty cool.
Oh, Chris McWhinney brings up a good point. Andrew Tate doesn't have any cars now, so
Free game. Well, he thought it was cool at one point. Does that ruin it?
yeah, probably. I can run at
Oh my
3200
goodness.
megahertz. Says Slav culture is not douchey. Not everyone who wears a tracksuit is a Slav, and plenty of people who wear tracksuits are douchey. So it's they're not. We're not drawing overlapping circles here. Is my point.
There's tracksuit stereotypes that are far outside of
And that have nothing to do with
Slavic
Slav
countries.
culture.
Yeah. I do. The pictures on the LTTStore were definitely fairly pointed in that direction.
Well, yeah,
but
that
not
was,
all of them.
I think that was just people having fun with it,
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, next one here's from Annette. Pouring one out for Brandon. Nearly 10 years. Linus and Luke, what were your favorite memories with B-roll?
Oh man.
though. Oh, that's tough. I mean, one that like comes to mind. As I think of one, they're like,
Starting to hammer in.
yeah, they're coming fast, right? Like,
While you think about that, we had like a lunch to talk about it on the day that he departed, and I was good, man. I showed up in high spirits, and we were joking the whole time, and everything was all positive, and everything was good. And then he made his tweet about how he was leaving. And I was like, I should probably respond to this. And then I like didn't for a while. And then I finally was like, okay, I need to respond to this, I think. So I started trying to dig through old photos, and that started to hit pretty hard.
I didn't cry until right before WAN show, and it was like the last
This is
time
the
I'd
end
see
of
him
the
in
day.
uniform. You know, like he didn't have a uniform, but like it was the end of the day.
I think it does help that
Yeah.
when we met up on his last day, it was like outside of work.
Yeah.
If I had to see him like leave the building, that would probably be
Yeah, well, that's
pretty big.
yeah. He was on his way out the door.
Yeah.
And it didn't help that when I walked out, Yvonne's face was already like tear stained, and I was like, "Oh, it's goodbye time."
Yeah. Yeah.
Man, what is there to?
I know what mine is.
Yeah, what is there to not reflect on? Like, I mean, how about that wild? I don't know, like. It
I
could
can
be
throw mine if you need time to think.
I don't know. It's probably easier for me to just verbal diarrhea them out, right? Because I remember him. I remember so many times telling him to stop bringing his own equipment to work, and him insisting because he just wanted things to be better. I remember the first time he worked with us, just clearly thinking we had no idea what we were doing, but putting up with us anyway. He didn't even get paid for it. He was considered OG, even though he didn't start working here till 4 or 5 months in, because he actually
officially
did do something for us before the company formally started working. I'll always remember the fight he had with me when I tried to get him to stop at 7 B-roll shots, like back in the Langley house. And he was like, no, it needs more. It has to be better. I'm like, dude, it's 7:30 and Taryn needs to go home. He's editing this video. He can't leave till it's done. You have to stop shooting. I remember those marathon build guide shoots, man. It was always me and Brandon, just marathon build guide shoots. We would start as early as we could and we would end when it ended. The late nights, just chatting on trips. We traveled the world together, right? That's something that is a little different from, I think, most coworker interactions.
Mm-hmm.
I love Brandon forever. There's no HR response here. We're good. Don't worry. And if anything, I hope we get closer.
That can happen. That can happen sometimes.
I'm not saying anything that I haven't already said to him personally. I'm not just trying to, make a video about it or whatever. I wasn't really even going to bring it up. Just because our official policy is that we don't really acknowledge this stuff anymore. We don't talk about HR related issues, but Brandon's not a human resource. Brandon's more of a friend. And I don't mean that personally, for anyone else. I'm not saying you're not a friend. I'm just saying that as a founding member of the company, I think it's probably okay for me to acknowledge his departure. Yeah,
there's certain things that get, when you're literally day zero, there's certain things that are a little special. Yeah. Mine is the first Computex trip, because I knew Brandon, but at the first Computex trip, the B team was formed.
The B team,
which was and that was a
sorry, we did actually call them the B team.
Yeah, well, it's basically on that that was still when things have been sink or swim quite a few times, but that was when it was
it was scary.
Sink or swim, and you have lots of added weights dangling from you.
Yeah.
And I had barely hosted anything.
Yeah.
You
were kind of thrown to the wolves, but I was stuck.
Oh, no,
I had to do all those stupid sponsored things for WD.
Yeah.
It was a really rough trip.
I had never done a show of any kind. And I had basically never hosted anything. Most of my experience at that point was a WAN show, which is pretty much as far away from live content as you could possibly get. But I had been around this guy for a while, and I don't know, whatever. And Linus was like, all right, it's Linus and Edsel versus Luke and Brandon. And that was probably the smartest thing you could have done at that point in time, because he made it this war. And I was like, well, this. It's Brandon and I. We have to figure this out. We have to do this well. And no one knows who the hell I am. So I'm just showing up to booths being I swear I'm a part of this channel. Can we please make these videos? And Brandon completely matched my energy. And I know I can be a little hardcore sometimes. So when people do match my energy, it's really uncommon that a bond is not formed.
Yeah.
And he matched my energy then, and then matched my energy every single time we ever did a road trip for the many years beyond there. Yeah. And we were the road team at one point in time. We were the only people that did remote coverage, unless it was something really special. And that was I don't know. Just Brandon and I did everything together for a long time. Yeah. I think one of the reasons why the closure is probably easier for me is my kind of departure to Floatplane was kind of the disconnection of that team already.
You left him. He didn't leave you.
Basically, yeah.
Well, yeah.
So, like, yeah.
No, Brandon did not die. He's alive and very well.
Thriving, yeah.
Yep. Jeez. All right.
I don't know what to follow that with. That was something a little bit lighter.
Hold on one sec. What if I
lighter would be
derail
good.
us back to the doc for a quick second? Because people keep on shouting out that we've missed a topic.
Oh, yeah, we missed a boring one, I think.
What about the underwear topic?
Oh,
We never talked about it.
we didn't talk about that.
Yeah. The audience is right.
Surely this would have secured the deal. Went home with a guy, and he was wearing Linus Tech Tips underwear. Help.
Apparently, Leeds Fess is a group for anonymous admissions for the University of Leeds, where an unknown lady and or gentleman stumbled upon some sweet LTT merch. This was reposted to the LTT Reddit.
There's some great comments. Did he drop you? Should have abruptly ended the date with, that's cute. Just like this message from our sponsor. What was the question that we had around this? Oh, yes. Discussion question. Thank you, WAN Show writer. Will LTT merch get you laid? Yes or no?
Given our audience demographics, I think if you are given our audience demographics, if you are a fan of the show,
Yeah.
and you are attracted to males,
Mm-hmm.
probably.
Yeah.
Outside of that, maybe not.
Yeah.
One thing that I find is interesting is they recognize it clearly.
Yeah. So that's that. Okay. So that's the thing.
That part has been interesting to me the whole time.
They were jealous.
And they read it, right?
I mean, I guess so. It's on the waistband, though.
The
I
new
mean-
ones are just like a
Oh, well,
little rubberized
okay. They
symbol.
didn't say if it was the ones with the text across the waistband or if it was the newer ones
symbols.
that just have
The
the
symbols
little
are more tasteful.
rubber stamp.
Yeah. Should we poll it? It is polling our audience, which is not, entirely fair, but I think we should do it anyways. Would you be so what is the question? Are you more turned on if they have Linus Tech Tips underwear?
Sure. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what we need to know. Uh-oh. In50 MN14C in Floatplane chat says, I mean, my wife knows who you guys are. So who was she with then?
Oh shoot, what time did I set for that?
Are you more turned? Okay, well here, let's see the results of the poll. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
see, for our audience, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, 65% more turned on if they have LTT underwear. Absolutely. Okay, so you heard it here first, folks. LTT underwear, more likely to turn someone on.
If they're also in LTT.
Well,
thing.
yes, but I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, why not?
You already know you have so much in common.
Yeah.
All right, next next merch message, Dan.
Sure. This is from Ryan. Hey, Linus and Luke, a longtime fan of the show from the Langley House days. What is the one place you haven't traveled to yet that you really want to?
I want to go to Australia. I want to go scuba diving in Australia.
That sucks because that was literally my exact answer.
Got 'em! You could go together.
Yeah.
Including the scuba thing. I don't think have we? Oh.
I don't think we dived in Mexico together.
Yeah, we did.
I went with Dennis.
Oh. I was a layer higher.
Oh, that's
So
right. You
I didn't have
couldn't
my
go
cert.
deep.
Yeah,
I remember.
I do now, but I didn't back
So
then.
you were there, but we didn't go together.
Yeah,
You,
I
yeah,
did the lame one.
your version was not as
I watched
cool.
you guys have fun.
Yeah, we really did.
Yeah.
It was a great dive.
It was good enough that it inspired me to like go get my certs
Yeah.
and stuff because I enjoyed my experience and was able to see you guys having more fun. So I was like, well, okay, might as well get my stuff.
Yeah, our dive was a lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Diving with Dennis as my dive partner, a little scary. He can be very competent, though,
Yes.
but sometimes he can not.
I think I've told this story before.
Yeah.
There was a trip. I think was it that first Computex trip? I don't know. I don't remember. It must have been the second one. But Brandon and I went to Taiwan, and Dennis was there, but he didn't work with us yet. And this was the first time I had met him.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he came to work with us locally in BC, I genuinely had a like, what? Seemed like a totally different person.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know.
All
I
right.
don't know. We have like a new version of Dennis.
You haven't dodged the question, though.
Oh, so I can't say Australia scuba diving?
I mean, you can, but it's like
A bit of a cop out. Man,
I already did Japan.
I've been quite privileged through work because I've gone to a lot of the places that I wanted to go. I always wanted to go to Taiwan. I always wanted to go to Japan.
Do you want to do
I always
South
wanted to go to
America
Korea.
at all? What about like somewhere unconventional, like Antarctica or like?
I'm interested in Antarctica. I've been interested in southern Chile
Okay.
because
Okay.
there's some like really interesting hiking that's
Cool.
there.
Yeah.
I've been to a bunch of the Nordics. I've been to Iceland. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, that's fine. I give up. Okay, Dan, hit us.
Okay. This one is from Chittering. Hi, Linus and Luke. Love from Taiwan and you moved it. Love from Taiwan and the Saturday morning. What's your fondest memories visiting Taiwan? Any food or places that you wish to eat
I
or
love
go again?
Soup dumplings. Let's go. Oh, and playing badminton. My last trip there, I played 7 times in 6 days. I went hard and shot videos. That was basically all I did. I worked and played badminton. That
I
was
remember this. I absolutely love Taiwan. Ever since the first time we went there, I've pretty much taken a week off every single time I've gone there to like just hang out there a little bit longer. Fondest memories? I don't know. There's a lot. Going river tracing in Hualien, I'm sure I butchered that name.
Yeah, that was probably awful.
But it's in eastern Taiwan. But going river tracing there was absolutely amazing. And yeah, I'll just stick with that one.
Do you want a minute to go through those, or should I pick off some
I
more?
don't know, just start
Okay.
picking them. I don't care. Or Luke can pick them.
This one's from Ryan. So happy this was released. I'm going to use this as the Pokemon playmat. What?
Stealth desk pad? Okay.
I think so, yeah. What is a product/video that you are proud to have worked on that doesn't get enough attention?
You know, it's a really cool video that didn't get enough attention. The one on the future of display technology that James wrote a while back. The reason it's on my mind is because someone specifically flagged it for me, saying, "Wow, this was like a really great video," and I sent it to him because he was so discouraged that he spent a ton of time making it not just really informative but super engaging to watch, and it really didn't perform very well on the channel. So there, I'm gonna go with that one.
Float plane.
Wow. That one hits.
I'm just going to avoid that. This one's from Will. Longtime watcher, first-time merch message. I'm excited for the tracksuit, desk pad, et al. Also, excited to see how ML/chatbot assisted search is going to change how people operate on the internet. What do you think is going to be the largest cultural change to come from it?
Well, we're all going to interact with chats instead of, with like SEO optimized Boolean, whatever.
There's been this whole conversation about how we are all, to a certain degree, cyborgs due to our phones. Have you heard this?
Yep.
I think a really large extension of that has been search. Search, I think in more ways than people like actively, consciously realize, has shaped how people interact with the modern world. Even if your search is this thing, whatever, Reddit, or this thing, whatever, TikTok, because you don't trust Google to give you the right result anymore, which is like actually a problem. But even with that, it shapes how people research or look into things, which is genuinely an extremely significant part of what people do to like grow in almost any way. And changing that is going to be wildly impactful.
I've got one for you, Dan.
Oh, you are going to make me talk about this, aren't you?
I saw it coming.
Hi,
I thought I would include it.
Hi,
Yeah.
Linus Luke, and particularly Dan. Why is there always such strong pushback anytime a GoXLR gets mentioned to try to fix the audio and sensor button issues?
Control. It's just control.
It's fine.
I will throw some pushback against this personally.
Fine.
My GoXLR bricked itself almost immediately upon getting to my house. I contacted their support and they're like, wow, I've never seen this before. And they sent me a new one, to be clear. I don't know if they knew who I was or not. I didn't reach out on official handles,
Sure.
but my name was there.
Okay.
I don't know if they figured it out or not, but they like immediately sent me a new one. It then works, but you know, if it loses power randomly, the profile's just gone.
That's true. That is a flaw.
Why?
I don't know.
If
Well,
we
you can
lose
save the
power during
profile
the
and load
show,
it.
and then
Like, I have my profiles backed up on my NAS. So
That's
maybe you should just get good.
crazy, and you
Yes, this
shouldn't
is
have
Luke's
to do
fault.
that.
I blame Luke as
User
well.
error.
I don't think that if it loses power,
It's like blaming Microsoft because you forgot to press Control S.
That's also Luke's
you should
fault.
be able to do that. It has an autosave feature. And so one thing that drives me crazy about it is that its physical buttons are basically just for show. Because like if it loses its memory, it's like, okay, but all your stuff is where it was
Yes.
before. You should be able to detect where it was. This
It's
should be
not
fine.
perfect.
Yeah.
It's not perfect.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons that I like this app as well is, you know, I had to mute you guys, right? And so what you guys could do for your mutes is pull all the faders down, and then when you are unmuted, you know, I got to bring them back up, and they need to be at the same level. You know, it's all set, and it's kind of set it and forget it kind of thing. And
I
it
mean,
lets
it wasn't
me.
for a long time.
It wasn't for a long time.
Which is why I kept bringing it up, but okay.
Yeah, Luke fixed that. Actually,
It's been pretty good the last two shows, and the last two shows is since
Yeah.
he's had
I have some
time.
incredibly complex audio routing going on behind the scenes to make sure that you can monitor what you need to monitor. What goes out to stream is different. And if we have guests on, they can hear you, but you can't hear you, even though it's in the same computer. It's like I have 5 or 6 different mixes and submixes. And then I also have a completely separate submix for me to be able to monitor what's going out to stream. So we don't have those echo issues anymore because unlike OBS, I can now actually monitor the audio that's going out to stream. Yeah, more control, more better, more simpler. It has to get more complicated to get simpler. GoXLR is great. The bleep button was incredibly irritating for a long time for me. This new system is very robust. And what it also does is it mutes all the other microphones. So when Linus is swearing, you can't get the swear underneath the bleep from Luke or my microphone, that sort of thing. I don't know. There's a little explanation. I could probably talk about it for an hour.
Yeah, that won't be necessary.
At me. Goodbye.
Just disappears himself. Beautiful.
DJ Music Studio asks, ever since your photo shoot, I've been looking for a good epilator. Do you have any good tech suggestions for them? I trust your opinion more than Bing. No, I don't have a suggestion for a good one. I'm not that pleased with the one I have, and I've only tried one. So that's where we're at on that. Archived. And finally, last two. Kyle asks, can we get an update on the gold paint fading issue on the water bottles? I'm hoping to pick up a new one soon, but the colors I want, I'll use the gold paint. They fade. If you have acid hands, they will fade pretty quickly, and if you do not, then they actually last quite a long time, but it seems to be kind of luck of the draw and whether your particular composition of skin oils is going to wear it away. We just basically have a disclaimer on the page that says, hey, yeah, these inks just don't last as long, so there's that. And finally, Daniel P. asks, as a fellow creator, I would like to know the rationale for why so is banned. What other thing have you banned, and what habits have been hard to change?
It's just not good.
So is banned because it contributes absolutely nothing. Try it. Start a sentence with the word so. Just try it. Do it right now. I'll wait.
So what do you think about airplane peanuts?
Okay. Now say that same sentence again without the word so.
What do you think about airplane peanuts?
It contributed absolutely nothing. So it's banned. Which doesn't mean that we can never use it. Obviously, in the middle of a sentence, so is fine. And there are even situations where we will use it at the beginning of a sentence or beginning of a paragraph. But it has to be in the place of a word like therefore, not just as a filler.
A lot of times people will just put so at
Or
the
for
beginning
pacing.
of like every single paragraph. And
Yes.
It's like, well, that is definitely not necessary.
So I went to the store. So here's the thing. So I just don't know. It's not helpful. And one of the big things that we try to do, especially in our writing here, not necessarily in our live.
Guys, we don't script the WAN show. He
format.
can say so it's banned.
Yeah. One of the things that we do in our writing is we try to make the videos as information dense as possible. So filler words, stuff and things. So they all need to go because we're trying to make the video as dense as possible.
Hi, Tynan.
And like is never going anywhere. That's just part of my a completely irremovable part of my personality at this point. And I think that's pretty much it for the show today.
Whoa.
We will see you again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel.
Bye.
That was a long show. A little long. A little on the long side. I blame Luke.
4 hours and 19 minutes?
Oh, we need to go for another 40 seconds.
Oh, that
then.
includes the pre-show.
Oh, okay. Well, for the float plane peeps. Show's brought to you by Thorum, The Ridge, and Squarespace.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have 30 seconds of silence.
All right.
Oh, it just sits there like that now? Oh. Okay. Well, no, not really. Animated Linus is fine. Got that. I love those shirts
Yeah.
that the Pixel guys are wearing. Those are classic. What's that, a Team Liquid hoodie you're wearing?
Yeah.
And that's the original LTT merch item. We should reprint it someday. It's just a box.
Yeah.